Fantastic. Our producer whispering in our ear, "Oh, you're live. It's time." But it's wrong.
There we go.
Perfect.
That's great.
That's exactly what I want to know when I'm starting a stream.
Disaster stream.
Welcome all once more to the Vale of Dusk. At long last, we're back here to do some fun and exciting adventures in the realm of Raskel. In the realm of Raskel, and of course in the country of Namina. Where last we left our fiendish adventurers. They were brought into the old town in service of the people of Havensburg once more. A creature, having been afflicted by the plague for too long, has turned into a demon of Goldaraya, losing their sanity in the process. Only one has been uncovered so far, but the cult is once again on the move since our heroes did away with the Vrock, Graham Castellith, and the cleric, Luther Crayhammond. Now they must look to the old town citizens to uncover the next leg of their journey into the swamps of the Mirewood. So join us as we journey into the Vale of Dusk once more. And of course, I am joined once again by the lovely Mac, Roman, Steph, and Keegan, who are all our wonderful characters. We're going to do a quick round of our introductions back to everyone who's joined us since Jasper's stream. Welcome all who have done that. We'll be using today some wonderful Dungeon Fog asset stuff created in the wonderful Dungeon Fog app, which creates cool maps and stuff like that for your dungeon designs and rooms and all that kind of stuff. As well as, of course, don't forget to subscribe and join, obviously, the Ardent Twitch channel and subscribe for that one because we love to see it. And, of course, we're using the Ardent Roleplay app. You're more than welcome to join with the spectator code and see what the cast sees along the way. Just download it, go to the spectator at the very bottom, right of the screen. Click on the spectator code, enter in the code you'll see in our lovely Twitch channel, and then you'll be able to see the assets and stuff as we go along with everything. But let's jump into our introductions, and we'll start with Mac. Take us away.
Hello, my name's Mac, and I play a young half-orc called Mog. His name is Mog, and he's the goodest good boy paladin of the team. He's been in the party since the beginning. He's best friends with Damon, who is not here, unfortunately, but he'll be here next time, hopefully. So Mog's from when he started, he grew up with parents that wanted him to be part of the course of Lavinia, and they give up their eyes in order to see the undead. And they took one of his eyes, and at that moment he was like, "Nope, I don't like that," and crying out of one eye and then running to the paladins of Albern, which raised him in the ways of the good boy, the goodest good boy ways that you can be raised.
The goodest good boy ways you can be raised.
The goodest of boys.
And so with that, he has realized what he wants to be in this world, and he wants to save the world from this plague that has been going on for years now. And so with that, he's traveled around bits of Namina to save people and cure them of the disease. He's trying to help as many people as he can. His personality is a bit dumb. He's not very sure what he's doing all the time, but he knows he just wants to help people as much as he can.
Innocent.
Very innocent, and he's very blunt about the things that he's passionate about. So, for example, there was this physician that was almost a physician or priest, I forgot what he was, but he was meant to be helping these people that were sick, and Mog figures out that he's actually the one keeping them sick, and so just out of fit of rage picks him up by the head and just throws him through boxes, and it was like, "You're making these people sick," and just buzz kind of thing.
You're a very naughty man.
So delightful.
And that's Mog. Mog just wants to help the world, and he's trying.
Golden Retriever personified.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only bastion of goodness in this entire goddamn pie. And speaking of which, we're going to pass over to, of course, the lovely Roman.
Who is playing the character who's not a bastion of goodness.
Yep. They're doing their best.
I play Baird, the party's bard, who's also a drow. And he was sold as a young child to a vampire queen who he calls his Mistress Fanan. And he unwittingly became part of the cult of Goldaraya through her hand, and was it was unwittingly. He did not realize of what he was getting himself into. He was just doing what he was told. He was then sent south to Namina to basically be a spy, where he met Lillian and traveled with, and also Hubert, and traveled with them. And at first he really, really disliked everyone and just generally thought they were all a waste of air and space and time. But he has begrudgingly grown very, very fond of the entire party. Even if he won't say that out loud, don't ever tell them that. He has since renounced his warlock patronage to Golderai and is now following, I can't remember her actual name, but the goddess of parties, which is the best goddess for a bard.
Honestly, the most lovely of goddesses. To also remind as well, it is Adriata, or the Great, aka the grinning god.
The grinning god, yes. And she's delightful. And he had to eat a flower and nearly die for it.
Yep, just low key. Oh, shit, I don't know, man. Just
I'm gonna die. The flower was like, eat it. Eat what? Okay. Eat the flower.
Yeah. I mean, considering it was the flower that was talking, and it was just like, eat me. You're like,
it didn't say eat me, it said eat it, which is way more confusing.
It was the summoning vessel to like. I know it was a pixie, or it was like a small angelic
spirit.
Creature.
It was a little spirit of some sort.
It was a nice mood.
So it was hilarious. Very dramatic.
When in doubt, eat the flower.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's it. I'm done.
All right. Well, then we'll pass over to our lovely and incredible, of course, party mum, Steph.
Hey, it's me. I play Lillian, a tiefling ranger who somehow became party mum. Maybe it was wrangling two bards for a while that we just set her over the edge. She's been traveling down from, what was it, the Highlands of Talarith. And her whole adventure was, if you want a job done right, do it yourself. She ventured on down, but she was also taught in her life, help people when they need it, and maybe diverted a little bit when she found out that there was a plague ripping through a certain country that we're currently in, and thought it would be better to help them instead of chase after strange artifacts that really have no meaning to the greater scheme of things at this point in time. She's honestly a bit sad that one of her bards is gone.
She did lose a bard.
Well, she did have to go and do important stuff.
That's it.
Little gem. All right. Yeah. We do our best. And we have the lovely Keegan.
Hey. So I am the newest player to the party, and I am playing the half-orc Asash of the Zaroma tribe clan. And he is a druid of the Circle of Dreams. So he grew up in the Highlands of Talarith, similar to where Lillian's character came from. Spent a lot of time there training up to be a druid after basically the events of the song Somewhere in the Woods Somewhere by Hosier. That's basically how Asash became a druid. There was fever dreams, and it was a whole time. And then eventually he got sent on a journey by his druid mentor to go and investigate what was happening on in Namina and make sure that everything was all right there. Ran into someone that the party knows quite well called Gaston, who was like, hey, you seem useful. I happen to know a party who might need
Dear
someone
Lord, they need some stability here. You could jump in there, I guess, maybe.
Basically. Hey, they need someone else with a brain cell. It can't just be Lillian here. And so that's how Asash got dumped in the party. And the first thing they took him to do was go fight a giant demon. So he's like, wow, okay.
Yep.
You guys need some help.
It's not getting easier from here, I can definitely assure you.
It gets no better.
No. But he'll figure that out eventually. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
So we jump into the abandoned temple. So you were in, obviously, the old town where you were like basically tracking down this creature and kind of moving through the streets, rooftops, all that kind of stuff until you eventually found this kind of abandoned temple area and figured out that it was in this area, in this temple rather, that the creature was kind of dwelling in that, like in the rooftops. So that's where you find yourselves. We'll have as well the character of Trent's character, Damon Theomian. the full name, kind of around for you guys because it'll be a spicy adventure, I think, without him.
A deadly adventure.
A deadly adventure, some would say. So, you basically find yourselves with this corpse in front of you. For those, of course, playing at home, the Guardian's card is actually what you want to quickly grab up for that, and you'll be able to actually see the creature itself kind of splayed out on the ground for you all to see. How do you want to proceed?
This thing is definitely
Just,
dead now.
Looking at my sheet here and noticing that I'm very low on health. Well, I'm standing. And remembering that I'm pretty sure I got stabbed in the back by this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure you got clawed.
Yeah.
Mog is also pretty hurt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Asash's first thing, once this thing is definitely dead, will be to go over to Lillian and say, "Excuse me, would you like me to heal your wounds?"
That would be lovely.
Fantastic.
Please help. Please help.
It's like,
My body.
ow.
All right.
Yeah. That's my health.
So let's just go with, let's burn a third level spell slot for cure wounds.
Spicy.
Sleep it off.
That is not.
So we'll quickly roll the healing for that. Which is lovely. It's 19 on that 3d8 plus 3, so take that many hit points back.
Oh, I feel amazing.
Fun and fresh.
Almost like I'm at maximum health.
Asash, do you by chance have any more? Because I'm a little bit in pain as well. I can use
more.
I can heal myself, but then I can feel that I'll be completely out.
I can definitely contribute to this as well.
I've got some healing words for people if they want.
Oh, go ahead, Bart.
As well. Like, I mean, let's not waste the really impressive healing.
It's not a waste to look after one's friends or new acquaintances.
But we might need it later. Okay, we might need it later. Where is my fucking healing word? I can't remember. It's just instantaneous. I can't remember what the rolls are for.
Healing word is a 1d4.
Yeah, I'm just double checking it because it's not like I would ever be able to remember any of my things. Cool. So yeah, 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier. Cool.
Icky.
Oh, I gotta remember what my casting modifier is because it's.
I've got a lovely reveal.
There.
And this lovely reveal.
Fuck you.
is
You
death.
get 4. We have established that Roll20 hates me.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
4 extra hit points. That's all you're getting.
Who's that going to?
You.
Oh,
So-
yay!
Yeah, it's to Mog.
Yay, the scratch on my hand is gone. Thank you.
Shut up.
I really appreciate it.
This is another stab wound who's really getting me down here at this point, but that's
Fine.
okay. Thanks, Bed. You did really good.
And
Yeah.
Asash will also quietly will burn a second level spell slot for cure wounds.
Eat me.
Sash just like flexing the heels in the corner.
It's fine. It's
Oh, man.
fine.
It's hilarious how that looks so cocked. Cocked dice. I can see it.
What
Anyway.
the heck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that feels great. I'm also going to heal myself for 15 more points with my lay on hands, which still means I've got some more left.
This paladin, man, I say, just holding out in the team. Holding out in the team.
Only ever
Alright.
heals himself. What a douche.
You-
One
Exactly.
solitary hit point to everyone else because that's all they deserve.
Um,
I'm able to get people up.
hmm.
It helps. Every little bit helps. I'm not going to make fun because I'm the one who needs the healing.
Oh,
How is everyone feeling?
Yeah.
No, Baird's fine.
Oh, okay.
Bear didn't actually, but I'm like, as soon as Baird gets like sneezed on, it's like, please heal me, I'm going to die. Squishy Bard.
Yeah, can I poke at the corpse, this black corpse on the floor? Like, what is it?
I'm just gonna
corpse.
quickly interject because I'm looking at this
And you.
thing apparently because yay, we love it.
Mhm.
Its flesh is apparently sloughing from its bones.
Ah.
Very delightful. I've been watching a lot of Ask a Mortician, and there is a term for this, so everyone in the chat knows it. Please put it in there.
Oh, see, I've been
Is it
watching a lot of
like
Ask a
skin slip.
Mortician.
Sloughing.
Skin
Skin slip. Oh, the skin slip is
It's
coming
called
right.
skin slip.
Yeah,
Fun
delicious.
fact.
I'm just gonna poke it at the end of this.
Am I reading this
Ugh.
correctly, Jacob? That like the soul has faith glimmering
Mhm.
in it? Oh, okay.
Because you special tiefling, you special weird tiefling, I'd be like, oh, what the hell? That's not right. Yeah, something doesn't seem entirely right about this this creature as it's like lying there. Like it seems that it's still a twinkle behind those eyes, but it's not. It's most definitely dead. But yeah,
There's still a soul in it.
maybe.
Quick, does anyone know how to banish things?
If I crush it with my maul, will that release the soul?
I mean, it's already dead, so
When you're a hammer, everything's a nail.
It needs to be
When you have a giant maul, everything.
I mean, you
everything
can't
needs
smite it,
to be
so-
smited.
smite the soul.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's gonna banish anything there. Let's just check.
Does Lillian sort of point out the glimmer of a soul to
Yes.
anyone else?
100%. She's been telling you guys this. Like,
Yeah, I'm always going to assume that it's all in character. Really, that's just like, oh, look at this! Look at this suspicious thing I found.
I
yeah,
don't
that's
have
pretty bad.
beautiful, lovely voices that I can do, so you just get me.
Same.
You just get my voice.
Oh, by the way, I'm now going to be Mary Poppins from now on, so I'm going to speak like this. Bad
I
Mary
quit.
Poppins, not
Just-
great Mary Poppins.
Yeah, it's just sorry, I'm logging off.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell me.
Where's the quit button? Leave Zoom call.
Has Asash seen anything like this before during his, or encountered anything like this during his training?
Roll me a
Perhaps-
religion. Roll me a religion check. I can get you a religion check.
Can I have a can I get a Arcanum check on it?
You can, yes, absolutely. Yeah, you might be able to do that.
Can I?
Yeah.
Even though Mog is really bad at knowing anything, he still grew up in the church. So can I use a religion one as well?
You may support someone in their religion role, and you'll get they'll get advantage. Like you can support Sash in their religion role. Be like,
Yeah. So Sash roll again.
A little bit
There you
better.
go. 26 though.
26, pretty good.
Go.
All right.
My Arcanum roll.
So, Ben, you would probably know that this is a kind, like this is a form of possession. It's a quite strange process in how it's been possessed. It seems to be possessed by like more of an infection, like how a disease kind of works, but it's a magical kind of, obviously the magical nature of the disease is kind of how it's affected this person, and it's increased some of their like capacity. I'm actually going to, so you probably need a medicine check to truly understand how it's affected the body, but effectively what you understand is that this is a possession that has got a lot of complex magical processes in it that you would imagine would require alchemy in some manner.
Yeah. And yeah, he will sort of like relay that, like, you know, it is magical. It's probably alchemy. It's fucked. Excuse the French.
Yep. It's unique. You'd imagine, and so you guys as well, with your 15, what you kind of understand to have happened is the soul within this creature, with kind of Bed's kind of knowledge of the arcane, suggests that what's happened is the soul has been basically trapped in the fleshy form of this body. For ideally continued resurrection, it would be quite difficult, you'd imagine, probably get some good radiant damage to truly destroy the body, the heart, the brain, that kind of stuff, to then truly remove it. But even then, it's kind of difficult to kind of understand, like, their soul is trapped within their flesh, and it is going to remain there based on the possession it's undertaken and the kind of alchemical processes it's had. Now, unlike normal kind of undead, where you tend to have, like, you know, your heart, your brain, you kill them, it's fine. This is more, there are lots of different kind of like, the entire thing is kind of alive in some capacity because the disease is still present in it. speaking of the disease, actually, I do need to actually get you all to roll me a con save.
Damn it.
All of us?
Is this to resist disease?
Yes.
I am immune to disease.
Good job. I'll give you a little high five.
Not. Oh, I'm. Oh, I'm gonna
Was it
die.
12 for Asajj?
Mm-hmm. Cool. I'll just note that down.
Write that one down. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Having sort of put all of that.
I'm not immune anymore. I used to be immune.
You did, and you have -1 too. God damn.
Yeah, I have a -1. I was using that immunity to not worry about my con saves.
Mhm.
Now I'm gonna die.
You've you like so as you kind of like look down and you're like, oh, this is the big danger. Just give me one quick second, team. I do.
Oh no.
Oh no.
DM's away.
Big yelling. Well,
Technical difficulties, please stand by.
We're back. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. You know how it is. In any case, so Bed, you actually start coughing. You're like,
If I see Baird like coughing and like I feel that Baird has caught something, I'm going to be like, go up and just like heal, like touch his shoulder.
yeah,
and just,
with your 10 in medicine, you're like, coughing bad. Coughing is like disease.
Well, I know we're in a disease area, so I'm going to cure him of the disease.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. You're like, you just like to like look over to him, like place your hand on his cheek, like,
No.
No.
you don't even say anything. You don't like, oh, Bed, come to me. Like you just like touch.
Yeah. Bear just sort of like looks at his own hands and just like, I've never gotten sick before. I don't like this. It just looks really miserable about it. Oh.
Yep.
It is okay. Us to help you whenever you get sick.
I think this thing may still be somewhat infectious. If everyone could take a step.
Bear just like,
Quick. Social distancing.
Wash your hands.
This is
put on your masks.
put on your mask, you dirty pig.
And then cantrip create bonfire on the corpse.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you set the corpse on fire.
Cook it.
Like,
Asajj will then in Orcish start doing traditional sort of funerary rites for whatever this thing.
everyone roll me a con save, not to disease.
Why do you hate me? Going to write
I'm so
+1
kind.
and remembering I have to put -1. That was slightly better.
Oh, bloody! I rolled 1.
Bug.
We're
Everyone
all
who-
gonna die.
Everyone who gets below a 13 vomits from the incredibly
burning
disgusting
flesh.
smell. Like it is
Yuck.
disgusting. And even for those who are more used to the smell of death, that smell of like burning flesh, this is unimaginably awful. Like this is like rot and foulness, the likes of which you've never incensed before. It's just and it fills the entire room. It's so much that you probably need to like you need to exit the room like
Yeah, Baird leaves. Baird straight away, just like out the front door, like.
Yep. So
Hey, Mr. DM person, can I have access to my token?
can you control your token?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, I'd like to move away from the icky yuck body.
I would
My
also
God.
like to step outside, please. Please let have token. Please Gib token.
Give token. Give.
Gib token.
Give token. Why? I'm trying to give. I'm trying to give token. Bad.
Hey.
They're your actual names.
Yes.
There
There you
All
go.
right. Baird's going outside.
Yeet.
It's just like, I'm out.
Not today, Satan.
Yeah.
And that who's that? Mog. Beautiful. There you go. And mug.
I was gonna step away from it, not realizing they should go outside, but kind of go closer to this. Is this like a what's this thing like over here?
Which one?
Is this a coffin over here, or is what?
Yeah, it's like an altar. It seems to be like a old religious like church. You're kind of not exactly certain of what religion it might have been. It could have been used for multiple different religions, but there doesn't seem to be any true iconography. You see various symbols of Vanathar, of Saint Alban, of different kind of like more nature gods, like the what's it called? It was Willoi, which you may know about, Idu, or Helenus, the goddess of the hunt, which you may have encountered before. But they all seem to be kind of various gods. It seems to be like a general like temple to gods, but hard to say exactly.
Can I do like a perception check, or dare I say I want to try to not do a religion check, because it turns out I'm not, as a paladin, I'm not very good at that. But can I give it a general like,
a religion check?
No. Can I get a perception check?
Perception check? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go for it. Let me have that perception up. So are you staying in the room with this? Because you're fine.
Yeah,
like,
I'm fine. Can I roll a history check?
I'm kind of just like
myself
like,
yeah.
And Sasha's just chilling as well?
Yeah, Sasha will be continuing chanting funerary rites until there's nothing left of the body.
It's definitely foul, and you'd probably rather leave.
But he's got a job to do, and that's make sure that this thing is gone.
Yeah, you are probably sickened at this point, women, and also Mac.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Got the sickened condition.
Delightful. Thank you. Baird's going to do a loop of the building and see if there's anything of note on the outside of the building.
Mm-hmm. What I will do is I will take us out to the wider view. Oh my god, let me go. We go to this one.
I rolled a 17, by the way, for history.
I got a 16 for perception.
This sounds lovely. I'm just going to quickly grab your tokens and put them into the other place, just because I didn't add the your controls.
God, please. There we go. Okay.
There you go. All right. And this is a lovely den for Mac today. Oh, look at it go. You can see the kind of buildings around you and the various trees and stuff like that. This is kind of a little bit more open in an area. But you may continue to move around the landscape.
Yeah, Bears is sort of going to wander around the building and see if there's anything worth of note.
There's obviously like the buildings kind of like to the left there, but not too much as far as like the actual building itself. It seems to be like relatively worn down. Again, the kind of it's kind of boarded up and stuff like that, and you did have to open up like a pretty heavy lock to get in there.
True.
All right, let me find those perception checks. So Mog, you got a perception of 16. So what did you kind of want to look for? Like, what were you looking for? Were you
just of anything that like of interest? Like, is there anything around this altar that like stands out? Like any like scratch marks or I don't know markings in the stone that like I'm naturally a bit of a dummy, so I want to touch things. Does anything look like it needs to be touched?
Does anything look like it needs to be touched? Right.
Anything that I would definitely be satisfied.
So this would probably be more of an investigation than it would be a perception.
Okay, no, sorry. Then I'll just looking around, like kind of generally getting a feel for this part of the room.
This part of the room. All right, go for it. So what you kind of get with your perception is that obviously this is a one-down place. I mean, there's not too much to kind of look through. There is a book that you can kind of see, just kind of positioned over here, that seems to be like worn and desiccated. And you kind of pick that up, have a look through it. It's basically a religious text of the heavenly and hellish courts and the balance therein. As far as like what's in this room, like again, it's the walls are falling in. There are cobwebs throughout the building. There's been like obviously the bash down doorway over here is like covered in dust, and everything's pretty much covered in dust at this point. You're not certain as to why this might like be the case, but you kind of start flipping through this book a little bit more, and what you actually find is like an image, like a kind of like painting of who you believe to be like a priest potentially of this temple.
Ooh. Does it have a name or anything that comes with it, or
Father Alban?
Father Alban is not the.
Wait, hold up.
Oh, this guy again.
Nope, I accidentally no. His name's not Father Alban. Sorry, his name is Father Abernathy. My bad. Abernathy. Yep.
Haven't we come across that name already?
What does he look like in the? There it is. What does he look like in the picture? Is he just like human?
He's he looks like a human. Like he looks like a pretty like he's probably like about mid-30s. You'd say mid-30s human. Like it looks like he's been drawn by a bard of some sort, like a pretty good artist. But yeah, like it seems relatively old, honestly. But yeah. So what you'd probably want to do for this one is you could potentially do an insight if you'd like. Or something like that, or like an investigation again. But
yeah, can I do investigation?
Go for it.
It's still not incredible, but 15, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you kind of recognize him, but it's hard to piece exactly where you do recognize him. And then it kind of starts to put together that the creature that you just faced was this guy.
Well, I want to say it out loud, like, Abernathy is that guy that you were burning, Azash.
And may he go well to his rest.
Do I get anything more like with the investigation? Like, is anything in the book that like would indicate why he's like this or anything like that? Or
no, nothing in the book that would indicate why. No.
This is his altar,
basically like his Bible, sort of. It's like a kind of. It's somewhere between a Bible and a journal. It seems like a very strange way for a cleric to handle himself, but yeah, it seems what it is.
If found, please return to.
Okay, well, with that, I'm going to take the book because it stinks in this room and I probably need to vomit again. I'm going to run outside.
Okay. Yep.
Come hang with me outside.
Outside.
All right. Yep. And the bonfire kind of like ends. You finish your burial rites, and I can only imagine the true horror that Mog like looks back and sees like Lillian's like face, like this kind of light coming from the burning fire, like watching down with her like prolonged horns, as well as Azash, this kind of like shamanic druid orc, like
6 foot mountain of an orc.
Yeah.
Oops.
As I said, fiendish adventurers, not heroic adventures. That's what I'm picking up here. Sort of a yikes team, but go off.
Absolute menace of team.
Oh no!
Now,
God, it would look so terrifying as a group as well.
You do look terrifying as a group. You're like a terrifying group.
Even with Damon, our only human, who's constantly wearing a mask, which is
constantly wearing a mask. This spooky boy. He's out here like kind of like looking quietly and like
zoning out.
That was a good fight.
There's no one there. No one's home today.
Not today. He kind of cleans his katana. So, what would you guys like to do now? Like, you've got the body burn. I mean, the body is burning. I don't know if bonfire gives you particular control of the fire. Is that?
How did that history check go that I rolled?
Oh, yes, the history check, of course. Sorry about that.
You.
The 17?
Yeah.
And that was a history of this place or what building. Cool. Yeah, you actually get a rare, like, because you're not local to this area, it is kind of difficult to figure out
like
specific history.
Architecture?
However, what you do know is this is older architecture and probably some of the oldest architecture that you've encountered. As far as your relatively archaeological base, is that correct?
Yeah.
You have like a distinct like archaeological focus. This is quite an old building. You would almost suggest that to the untrained eye, this wouldn't look like much, but to your more discerning eye, this is one of the oldest buildings in Havensburg. Similar in kind to the, probably not the same as the Bastion, because the Bastion's obviously built much later, but hundreds of years old. Like hundreds and hundreds of years old. It's difficult to, of course, lay it down exactly how old the stonework might be, but it's definitely foundational, a foundational building of this place, and probably built the town around it. If you look at the Havensburg map, which I will link up to you guys now, you guys are obviously in kind of this section right about here. The Temple of Edu is on the kind of edge of this kind of lake, and you guys are in like this kind of little center bit here. So the town kind of has built up around it, and obviously new buildings have been added, the town hall, for instance. But this is definitely, as far as what you can gather, the religious start of this town. And with your history and knowledge of how buildings kind of work, how temples kind of work, that kind of stuff, because you're a knowledgeable person, you know that this is a very unique building. It was very popular in a particular age when gods were much more, I guess, communal. It's much more a community of gods that you felt were like you can connect to. And as time has gone on, people flow more towards I worship this god. This is my god. This is the temple I've made for my god, because they're pretty fantastic. These more communal spaces for worship were considered to be very powerful religious symbols of the heavenly and hellish courts. There would be kind of mirrors of each, but obviously more evil deities don't tend to, kind of have like a wide variety of worshippers. They tend to have a bit more focused, like dedicated cultists to them. But this one, obviously in the heavenly court, much more open. So that's kind of what you know about the architecture and the history of this place. And who would have kind of been part of this is a probably true neutral or true good individual. Like their purpose is not to tell people how to live and who to worship. Their purpose is to offer insight and knowledge to like whoever looks for it. So they'd be kind of knowledge clerics in that kind of way.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Very
we're going to do now? Do we have a plan?
Rest sounds like a good plan.
Do
Yeah,
we
map.
remember if this was the only one? Like, just to remember from the last session, I thought that there was something else. We saw a second thing go to a second floor, but I think we've changed the map since then.
Well, that was you suspect this creature. Like he was probably up in the rafters and stuff like that. You can kind of see up in the rafters, and you can see kind of like up there. It doesn't seem to be too much. Like this creature doesn't really require like a place to live or sleep. It is just like on the prowl and then not on the prowl. And whatever it was doing not on the prowl, you can't exactly discern from what you've seen around here, but it definitely used this as a base of operations, potentially because in life it was a man and this is familiar territory to it. But when it obviously turned into a demon, it's now kind of lost its mind. And what remains is that this is a safe place until you guys arrived. Until then.
There's no second story to it or anything like that?
No, it's just kind of a pretty simple building in that way. Old,
Cool.
but simple.
Yeah.
Can you remind us what the task was again? Was it like that there was just rumors that something was killing people in this area?
No, they had locked down this section of Old Town because there was a like creature roaming around killing people, and they were like, I can't handle this. I don't know what to tell you. And from what they've been able to discern, there's not as many new cases, but it's still like, because this is more of a active threat, they're like, we're going to lock the entire place down and everyone can just suffer and die if they need to. But we're doing our best to kind of contain more than we are to like manage at this point.
Guess we'll just die.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Luckily enough, you guys were there and you're like, we'll help. Like,
We fixed this.
Oh, sweet. Okay, go forward.
We kill things.
Activate. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But potentially, like, there was a reason as to how they were poisoned, or what kind of like, because you kind of had a little bit from the alchemist before you the nature of it before you decide to burn the evidence. That's your best link at this point to where your direction might be. There was a reason this thing was created, and how it was created was via alchemy. So from there, Lillian, you might have some ideas, but good luck.
Thanks.
Great.
Well, how is our cremation process going?
Mm-hmm.
Is the body sufficiently burned?
Is it
It's
done
quite.
yet?
It's nice to be. This will take a couple minutes, obviously. Like probably actually an hour or two, to be honest, because bodies take time to burn.
It's 2d8 around. So
Yeah. Just to truly like remove the the essence entirely. And you see there's kind of like these little splits and splots of like how can I say what it is? It's like this like fuel on the fire that's like split like harder oil, but it takes some time. And during this time, I imagine Baird is kind of looking like walking around the kind of perimeter and just kind of like being like, I ain't going there. That's nasty.
I'm not going back inside, but I am keeping an eye out for stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Roll me a perception test. Actually, your perception test would probably. What's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 14.
Mm-hmm. You can see a little bit further afield to about this area, just across the lake.
Oh, hold on. Everything is. Oh my god! Sorry, my screens are being a pain. Can you show me one more time?
Mm-hmm. It's right here. It's in just the Havensburg map in the Roll20 map.
Oh, okay, cool.
So kind of from here, you see there's mist kind of coming towards Havensburg.
Okay.
It could just be coming from the lake, but
Can I? Baird sort of like looks at it, and like I've seen a lot of, like, I grew up in the Highlands, in the mountains. I've seen a lot of fog and a lot of mist, both natural and magical. Can I roll something to determine if that's natural or magical?
Yeah, roll me a knowledge nature check.
Nature, okay. Oh dear. Okay, hold on, let me just... Oh, that's all right. Oh, that wasn't bad. Okay, 21.
Not bad at all. 21 is pretty good.
Yeah.
You know that this is not exactly natural. It is like relatively common for you to see like mist kind of rolling in from the hills, but from this your very discerning gaze, you're like, something is indeed afoot.
Yeah, it's just like area, current weather, location. No,
it's not impossible for mist to be here, especially like just, with it's kind of cooler now, but
feels a bit off though.
Yeah.
Is Mog still standing near?
Mog wanted to go check out this building because I don't know if there's a window or a door or anything, but I wanted to.
Yep. Yeah, you basically checked through the building and have found what you found at this point.
This bit over here. How do I ping? Like
hold.
I've got to put you guys up to Havensburg. My mistake. Yeah, that's where you are. Anyway, here's where the places are.
Where the mist is coming in from. Cool.
And here, and this is approximately where you guys are.
Yeah, and it's like a hold and click to make it ping. Or click and hold. Sorry,
hold and click to make it ping. Okay, put it back down to Havensburg. The big old map.
There we go. My screen doesn't recenter on the map, and I have to like readjust the map every single time.
Yeah.
But Baird will sort of like look over his shoulder, like, oh, if Mog's not within instant sight, Baird will like wander back and like we'll pull their little like cowl over or a little scarf over their face and just sort of try not to breathe as they go back inside and just like, there's a weird mist that is coming across the lake. I don't think it's natural.
Help.
Do you guys want to come have a look?
Yay.
Sounds worthwhile. So,
Come on,
bonfire will stop because Asash breaks concentration.
Come on, nature orc, let's go.
Does that spark seem to have been gone from the body or not yet?
This does take about an hour. This is at the end of where you like burn the thing to ashes, basically. You're like,
it's gone. Rest in pieces.
Can you guys just actually? No, I'm not going to threaten you with that. It's fine. It's fine. What skull do I have the demon lord of?
Rise eternally.
This is probably fine. Anyway, so you kind of look across and you
Should
see
have just stuck with the
rolling
cult.
in.
Should have just stayed with the cult.
Yeah, it's very slow. It doesn't seem to be moving like particularly fast. It's just it's slowly rolling in, and it seems from a magical effect of some sort. To bed's eyes, at least.
Is it time to roll a nature check?
Maybe.
You guys roll your nature checks.
You might not necessarily get more than what you're going to get from the incredible nature check before, but yeah, go for it. You believe,
roll some
believe yourself.
Roll some nat 20s.
Oh, it's worth a shot.
Roll those nat 20s.
Nothing from Asash. Asash, it's fog.
What do you mean? It's perfectly natural.
Yeah, that's fog. I've seen that before. That's nothing new.
Just Bear just gets mad.
Another orc. Why do we need another orc? Bloody Gaston.
Why couldn't we get someone interesting or intelligent?
Like an elf.
Yeah. No. It would have to be another drow. If it was an elf, there would have been war. Baird would have just thrown down, fucking claws out. Like, let's go.
Ed wakes up and once again chooses violence.
Yes.
Just drow things.
Baird chooses violence always.
Mm-hmm.
I can't choose violence. I have to be nice to people.
Have to be nice to people. I can't relate.
Well, actually, today I don't have to be nice to people because people pay me to stab them.
Oh,
and they
yes.
still complain when it hurts.
Of course. No, that checks out. So, Lillian, you obviously see, like, across it's mist. It seems to be a little bit faster than you would normally recognize mist to be, but ultimately, like, mist be mist. It gets weird like that. It just kind of springs up.
Like that.
Just be misty like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't see anything else that seems too on towards just some mist coming in. Yes.
I just had a thought.
Mm-hmm. Tell me your thought. I want to hear it.
It's more than 30 feet away. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a fair distance away.
Yeah. Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to use detect magic.
Mm-hmm. Roll me, actually. Asash, roll me a history check.
History.
Yep.
All right.
Well, it's actually just intelligence. We'll go with intelligence plus proficiency. Actually, let's go with that.
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Because you've been in Havensburg for some time at this point, probably. You're relatively local to some degree. Not obviously the prolonged local that would help you understand exactly what this temple is, but enough.
Still not a fantastic roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you are aware that there is an alchemy shop, an apothecary in Old Town that you could potentially go to find out maybe how this creature came to be. Just
Sash will relay that.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, we can do that.
I haven't really got
I'm still worried about that.
Well, you can go to the mist as well. You can just like suss it out.
Fine. If it's everyone else is against me, let's just go to the stupid apothecary shop. Fine.
I mean, if the fog is rolling over, there's not really much we can do to stop it at the same time.
It'll go away when the sun comes up. It's how
Well, don't come crying to me when it turns out to be a flesh-eating fog and you all die.
Yikes. That's not a bad idea, actually.
Damn it, Roman. Zero. Don't give the DM ideas.
Flesh-eating fog of death. All right.
Fine. How are those con saves, Ben?
Mm-hmm. Well, you know where the apothecary shop is. It's just up the road and kind of like further into the place. You can roll me a survival check if you'd like to kind of find your way there. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to continue trying to figure out what the hell is going on with that fog over there.
Go to the apothecary. Nobody believes me about the fog.
There's not much we can do about the fog when it's so far away anyway.
And no one should. Ha.
Fine. Let's go. Fine. Where's the apothecary?
Not really sure what to do about the fog, to be honest. Like, don't not believe you. Just
natural weather.
How do you deal?
How do you sort the weather? I don't know. It's going to rain soon. Ask the druid.
That's a 24 on finding the apothecary.
Jesus. All right, go off. Well,
go off again. I love how salty Jacob gets when we get good rolls.
Like, it's just
Not
like,
only do you get there, you take a shortcut.
Yeah, you know, actually, like the quickest way to
No,
get
it wasn't
there
a nat
is-
20.
is it-
Nat 20 would
It's
just
really
teleport you there.
good.
It's still really good.
It's really good. I'm like, yeah, go off then.
A
Yeah.
nat 20.
Probably need those nat 20s for later. That's what you saved them for. I'm on you.
I will get one and it will be completely useless. Like it'll be a nat 20 for something completely inconsequential. And then I will roll like dirt if we get into combat.
The areas are being revealed as we speak. You can see everything that is there to see. And you know that you go basically straight up and then to the left.
Whoa.
So
Ooh,
This way, everyone.
It is
that-
literally
is that-
just around the corner.
Is that the wildfire card?
That is indeed the wildfire card.
I feel like that's not what I want that to be.
Huh.
Could we not have the apothecary being on fire?
Yeah, I feel like I have other things I would rather the apothecary be. Like there's a lot of other cards you could have chose there, Jacob.
Okay, it's called the fire lit in. So I actually didn't change the cards in this particular view. So it's actually the Kraken card. Fine, much nicer, right?
No.
I mean, still Kraken, so
Hey, you know what I'm thinking right now? Hate you.
Sounds good to me. I care not for your qualms, but
Hey, I'm nothing if not quarrelsome.
quarrelsome. But I'll get that lovely Kraken card for you guys, and then we can get into this next little bit. So yeah, this is like it's called the Fire Lit In. There you go. That's what it looks like from the outside, and everyone can see that, especially on the spectator code. And again, for those watching at home, thank you so much. But feel free to look at the spectator code. It's just down the bottom right-hand corner of our screen there. And if you go into the app, find the spectator code at the bottom right, you then click through to the spectator code and actually see what we're seeing as we see it. Amazing.
Oh, lovely, though. It's a very cute little building.
Cute little building. I'll let you guys walk on inside as well, so I'll give you the reveal for that. And inside, you basically see like a pretty nice looking little shop front area. There's there's a kind of woman at the counter, kind of like obviously looking at you like.
That's bloody lovely, that is.
Oh, it's bloody lovely, isn't it? Certainly delightful.
Delightful.
Can't deny that. I mean, absolutely not.
I don't think our player characters are on this screen yet.
Well, I'm gonna give them to you now. There you go. You got them.
Yay, tiles.
What is gifts I give you? Wow.
Well,
Wow.
and, yeah, Baird walks aside and starts inspecting, or starts just basically pacing and wandering. And
Yep. The woman at the counter like kind of regards you and is like, if there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
sure.
And she's just like,
a quick thing. Isn't this a part of the city that's locked down?
Mhm.
So she's just trading.
She's an essential business.
She's an
Steph.
essential business.
She's clearly an essential business.
apothecaries are, as we all know, medical professionals. So
Yeah.
if you need medicine,
She is
this the
technically an
place.
essential business.
Kraken.
Well,
You can even see it while it's in the actual area, so that's fun. It's like
It's fun and cool.
fun and cool, fun and fresh. Wow.
It's fine. Everything's
fresh.
fine.
Mhm.
The two Melburnians just like,
Yeah, we have for being in lockdown still.
This is fine.
Again? No, again.
Again.
Again. As a treat.
Yeah. 4.0.
Mhm. Yep. She looks at you as you enter in. You start like kind of eyeballing the stuff in the room, I suppose. Is that what you
Bear's legitimately actually just looking like as if he was shopping because he's a warlock and he needs spell components occasionally.
They seem to have like a nice variety of spell components. They have some potions. Yeah, you can see even a skull or two. That's kind of in the back shelf that she's like standing in front of, as well as like some general like kind of more medical equipment and stuff like that. Herbs and that sort of thing. So there's like barrels of them, boxes of them, and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Cool.
So a nice little trunk in the back of the shop there, which you can see on the inside the scene. Look at that.
It's so good.
Awesome.
So I'll give you that as well. It's on the hammer card because you can see the hammer there. So good. All right. And yeah, she just waits for you guys to come up to her and ask her any questions.
Mog isn't really moving into the store. He's just going to go straight to the counter and be like, "How you doing today, miss?
I am well. How are you?
Business been good?
Business is as business does.
Has the lockdown made things hard?
Oh, yes.
Are there many parties that happen here?
No, not that I'm invited to.
Oh, okay.
You're dead, Mac.
I said we're coming
Dead.
for you, Mac.
Yeah.
But really-
Oh, it's all fun and games until you're in lockdown as well.
Well,
No,
business
you can
had-
come and get Mac. You might just take
I'll bring
2
the
weeks
plague
before you
with
can
me.
actually get to him. So
I'll bring the
Definitely a
plague with
dickhead.
me.
Oh, that's bold.
are you selling any potions by chance?
Potions?
Potions?
I do, yes.
Can I
What would
have
you like?
a couple of healing potions?
Couple. Do you want two exactly?
Just 2.
You guys want two?
Just realized how much gold I have.
Mhm.
I have this EP silver.
Mhm.
EP again, sorry.
Electrum.
Electrum, yeah.
Do we
Electrum pieces.
trade in that or do we not trade
Yeah,
in that?
they're five gold, or 5 silver pieces as Electrum?
Yeah, half a gold, I think.
Half a gold, yeah. They're 5 silver pieces.
How much are you, I thought I had more, sorry. How much is your potions?
Oh, they're 50 gold pieces each.
Okay, do not worry. I'll just have a look around, thank you.
They are
Oh.
magical.
That's nice.
Bear just makes this kind of sound as she says that and just continues browsing. Make sure not to touch anything. It's just hands come back like,
Exactly what Mark goes, okay, fair enough.
touch nothing.
Sarge will just generally browse around for spell components and things that he might be able to use.
are we in the slums right now?
You're in Old Town. They're definitely like they're
Or is it
not per
it's
se
like
slums, because in Arbortown the slums was much more like terrible.
Obvious.
These are more older buildings that just haven't had a lot of repairs to them.
Okay, so is this like
Because they're like a proper nice looking house. Like you can see the approach. It's a house,
just like that seems a bit weird for the neighborhood?
It reminds me of Brunswick. It
It's
reminds me
just-
of like all these really, really old houses that haven't been renovated in ages, but everything costs $1 million because they are classic and Victorian era. They have no heating, is what they don't have.
We're doing a special as well on remove disease.
Of course, Bear just, of course you are.
I feel like being a shithead. So can
She points to a sign that says like 150 gold pieces.
Bear turns to Damon and says, touch nothing.
can I ask her? Do you get a lot of sales? Your healing and your cure disease potions?
No, but we have some investors that tend to pick up potions when they need them.
Nothing sus.
Do you know anything about Abernathy by chance?
No,
He hasn't come in here?
no.
Can I do an inside check?
Inside?
Yep, you may.
Where's that? I haven't got my glasses on. It's here somewhere. There it is.
Give me your roll, Mac. Give it to me.
Exactly what to expect from Mog.
Regular, everyday human.
Right. She's
Totally
This
cash
is an
money.
human.
This is a good person. Time to go, guys.
What about 14?
Well, you go reveal.
Oh, I did. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, she's like, what do you continue saying to her, Mac? And she's like,
Oh, no.
No.
I'm just like, okay, cool, fair. Like, absolutely. I believe you.
yes, I do not know everyone here. That would be a lot of people to know.
Is there any problems with like trying to heal the poor around here, or are you just like selling to the rich kind of thing?
No, I sell to everyone.
Is it mainly the rich?
Most people, not a lot of people buy what I have to sell, but that's not my problem.
Do you make enough profit? Like, how do you keep this store afloat if you're not able to sell enough to people? Or is it just simply there are enough people buying?
Do you often make it a point to ask salesmen and women how much money they make and if they are able to sustain themselves in these difficult times?
Well, I'm just curious about these kind of stores, especially being in a downtown where there's lots of poor and there's lots of sick people, and you're selling a product that's meant to help them. And the surrounding area is still not doing very well.
Well, luckily we get assistance from the Duke and his lovely council. And we help when we can. But medicine is expensive, as we know.
It is.
Ooh.
But we, of course, guarantee a 100% success rate on anything that you receive from us.
A very generous guarantee.
It is. All right, try that reveal a second time. We got it.
You put it on the wrong thing. It was on the body instead of the instead of on the shop clerk.
Got him, boys. The shop clerk, by the way, is the tracker.
Well, while we're all just twiddling our thumbs and she's being very obviously weird, can I cast Detect Magic on her?
Sure.
Oh, well, I need to.
Oh, you can cast Detect Magic, and then
Yes.
Do you cast Detect Magic for the 10 minutes, or are you going to just cast Detect Magic as a spell?
Hold on. I am just having a quick read of the thing.
Did you get anything from? Did you what was your 14, Romy? Was that your?
Yeah, that's why I'm casting Detect Magic, because Bear doesn't want to say anything and alert her. So yeah, but Bear does a little hand wave, and I'm just gonna cast it as a thing, because it doesn't. Yeah, I'm going to try and cast for the full 10 minutes. It holds it on concentration, so...
Well, you can decide whether you want to cast as a ritual, or you for 10 minutes, or you just cast as a spell, and then you can instantly kind of see magic.
Okay, that one. Just going to go for the spell.
Yep, that sounds fine. Yep, you have a look at her, and she is indeed magical. As well, you also get a reveal for the chunk, which is the hammer card.
Yes. Go back. What are you doing? Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
App's just having a moment.
As it does. It does that sometimes. It's
It's got a chunk.
Are you affected by the plague? So he's asking Mac, or to to kind of you agree was are you affected by the plague? Yeah, she's asking you next, are you affected by the plague?
I am not.
Oh, well, how good for you. Turns to Steph's character, Lillian is just what about you? Are you affected by the plague?
Thankfully not.
Does a loved one is affected by the plague? And Bear is
Bear comes in and taps Smog on the shoulder and here.
Oh, yeah.
Just I think she's possessed or something.
Yeah, okay. Are you sure?
Well, she's definitely magical, or there's some magic around her. So's the trunk, but not the point. The point is that I think no one's home. The lights are on, but nobody's home, or someone else is home.
Okay. How can I roll a religion? I know I've studied very small things to do with possession and
Why do you keep trying to roll religion when you've said you're not good at it?
You should really consider. You should really have considered. I don't know, getting religion as part of your character.
One whole thing is that he went. He's gone to the school of church. He just didn't pay attention to anything except shit.
He went to church school, but he didn't pay attention. Yeah, perfect.
So I'm
sitting in religious education class playing on my iPhone.
Possession. That was a whole day on that. What did we do? What is that?
I'm going to give you the worst information about religion from now on. She's pretty cool, guy. Roll me a religion. I guess it's a 13.
Is there much general knowledge that I get from it, kind of thing, aside from possession means that
from bed being I think she's possessed, and you're
oh, that's
shit, you're right. Yeah,
okay.
could be. Because there's not an easy way to check possession per se. It's usually a magical chest. but if she is possessed, then she will not be able, like, it'll kind of be noticeable in some manner. Like, usually there's a mark or something like that, or you can like find out like a witch mark, usually, or a demon mark. Like, yeah.
I have a question. Because detect magic also allows me to detect the school of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a read on the schools of magic for the trunk and the shop owner?
Let me double check something really quick for you.
Also, whisper to Bed. Like, she also could have just had a health potion or something. We are in a store full of like magical items.
She's very weird.
She is really weird.
She looks dead inside.
She has transmutation on her, and the bag has enchantment on it. Well, maybe it's also transmutation. Let me double check that, actually.
Transmutation.
What does that mean?
Transmutation is usually transformative. That's how magic works.
Yeah, I'll say they're both got transmutation on them.
Mm-hmm.
That means that would you touch them? They might explode.
A lot of things.
Spontaneous human combustion.
Should we get out of the store?
Hold on. I'm just checking the School of Transmutation very quickly because
while they're busy doing their thing, Jacob, can I ask her about the books on top of the chest? Like
on top of the trunk?
On top of the trunk. Yeah. What you got? Are those available to go through?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What's in the chest? Is there more books in the chest?
Oh, I'm sorry. The chest is not for sale.
Oh, okay. It's just store storage. I get it. Is that it?
Yes.
Hey. Go and have a look at the books.
Yeah, you have a look at the books and stuff like that. You like get a little cheeky like.
Well,
just a bit of a squeaky.
I mean, there's so many books on top that I think they'd fall off.
Because the actual chest, there's the chest and then there's the trunk, which is slightly.
The trunk, yeah.
So you're looking at the trunk where
the trunk.
There's a bunch of books on top of the chest, but not on top of the trunk. Yeah.
Okay.
Which you might be able to see. Let me double check that because I can look at my own things. Oh, look at that.
Is that okay? So the salmon-colored one is the trunk.
That's the trunk. That's the thing that's magical.
Okay.
So Bed can see that. The thing that's got all the books on it, that's just like it. The books are for sale, and he's like, "What's in the trunk is not for sale." So.
Are we allowed to go upstairs? Is there like anything stopping us from going upstairs?
Nope, doesn't seem like it is.
Okay.
You're just like. She just kind of like looks at you as you walk towards the stairs a little bit.
I just look up like I'm about to go up, kind of thing. And if she's not going to stop me, I'm just going to walk up.
She's looking at.
It's blinks at you like. And like you
she is so not home.
Seth, what would you like to do?
Can I knock over the pile of books that's next to the chest, like towards the trunk?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you like knock them like, oh no, and she like, kind of like looks at Mog, looks at you. Mog kind of moves and is like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't go upstairs unless you would like to purchase something. And like looks back to you and is like, oh no, and then goes over to help you. And he's like, moves over and is like,
as she goes over to help, Baird, is there on the shelf behind her that is facing away from what Lillian is doing? Is there like magical components and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's like magical components and stuff like that. There's an entire like stock. Like it seems like much more expensive stuff. She kind of like goes and helps and stuff like that.
Well, Baird goes up to the counters. Actually, I wanted to ask about some of the magical components that you have over on that shelf right there behind the counter
and
that I'm not allowed to access.
I'll say to her like, "It's okay, I can pick these up. I know the order that they were in."
He's like pauses, like,
"It's okay. It was my fault. I knocked them over."
Okay, well, thank you. And she like turns back over and goes like, "What would you like to purchase?"
I actually do need some more silver powder if I can get some of that. And
How many grams would you like?
How much is it per gram?
Per gram, it is 1 gold. Powdered silver, specifically.
Bear just sort of stares at her for a long moment and just...
I'm looking in the trunk.
Can I... Bear sort of, like, calculates in the back of their mind, can I get 2 grams?
Okay.
I don't need a lot.
She, like, gets it down. Like, there's, like, nice jars, and she puts them down. And it's like, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
We also have spell component pouches that you're more than welcome to purchase. They are 30 gold pieces.
Yeah, I have my own spell component pouch. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice of you.
I'm sure they must look delightful at 30 gold, considering I made mine. But
well, you are ingenious, aren't you? Your parents must be very proud of you.
I was just very bored. What else? Can you tell me about like again?
Yeah, and you're kind of just like you're kind of distracting her. And Lillian, what are you doing while this is happening?
I'm trying to like peek inside. I'm not going to open it fully. I just want to like crack the lid and have a look inside the the trunk.
Roll me an Arcana roll.
Okay.
Sash, in the meantime, is just watching, going, "What the hell are all these people doing?" He's just like, "What
Mischief.
on earth?"
Bloody mischief, I tell you.
Absolute mischief.
Just Don, what have you got me into?
All right. So you pop it open. Let me just quickly find this. Cool. So you pop it open, and I'm going to give you this one, which is now a little reveal you have. You like pop it open, and you see inside of it and how deep the bag goes.
Plot
And-
twist is a mimic.
Ah.
Lillian gonna get eat.
I'm numb.
And I'll get a perception roll.
Okay. I'm going to keep stacking the books. It's all I
she's
need.
possessed. She should get a disadvantage.
Yep. And while you're looking inside the box, like do you give it a good look? Or you just like,
I think as soon as like I notice kind of like what it is, I just keep stacking the books.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go through that. Nope.
Yep, we'll go for it. And yeah, like you continue stacking the books and stuff like that. And after that, what are you doing, Asash?
Asash
You
is
just like kind of
mostly
like
just watching what's going on and keeping just a general sort of view on this lady, as well as sort of picked up like, this lady's kind of weird. I don't exactly trust what she's doing. I'm just going to like just generally survey what's happening. Just keep a general like passive eye on what's happening in the store. See if anything comes out of a corner, if she reaches for anything like a dagger or anything, just keeping that general overwatch check on everything.
You see that as she's kind of talking to you, Bed. Roll me an insight check real quick.
Me?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I need to remember what my insight is. Cool. Okay, 17.
You see her like decidedly adjust and become much more human, let's say, or charismatic. She's like, so where are you from? What are you doing in Old Town?
I'm from the north.
The Highlands?
Yes.
Not Netherworld, of course.
No, I can't remember where Baird is from. Exactly.
Netherworld is besides the Highlands of Talarth. Like the Talarth Highlands, or the Talathi Highlands, are like this huge stretch of basically moors and valleys and peaks and all that kind of stuff, which is at the northern reaches of Raskel. And to the far west is where basically Netherworld is, and it's this frozen like plain of ice and snow and all that kind of jazz.
Cool. Awesome. But it's just no. It's a bit too cold for me.
Well, you could have fooled me.
Bear's got this smile, like he looks like he's gonna bite her, just like. We've just been trying to help down here.
You spoke of Father Abernathy as well. He like looks directly towards Mac as he's like kind of walking up the stairs, like like we're walking down, like
just like up and down, like
what do you know about Father Abernathy?
Now that I hear her say Anathi,
Bear's like, come here.
I'm like, wait a minute.
My friend is much more knowledgeable about him than I am.
Why? How to come you know him now? I did ask you before if you knew him.
Go with it.
Just slipped my mind. You know how it is. It's a long day after all.
Are you okay? Are you having a good day?
Well, there is a plague happening, so I mean that's kind of subjective, isn't it?
Yeah, but
I'm sure it's quite nice to
Mog, why don't you just ask your question?
Yes, getting to the point usually is pretty effective at making the wheels turn. But who am I to say?
Well, Mog's going to pop Zone of Truth.
Yes, do it.
And he's like, well, I'm just really curious, like, what are you? And so this affects everyone in 15 around.
Are we compulsed to answer?
So you can word it. And what does it actually say? Sorry, let me read it.
Lillian, could you do me a quick perception test as well, actually?
Yes.
He's like, like, the effect happens. Everyone do a wisdom save.
Oh, do we all have to wisdom save?
Yeah,
we do.
Giddy.
All right, wisdom save as well.
13 for a Sash on that save.
No, what's the DC there, Mac?
So it's 16 for a Sash.
Create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere, center the point of your choice, within a range until the spell ends. A creature that enters the spell area for the first time or turn or starts its turn then must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
Also, it's charisma save? No,
charisma save. My bad. There you
go.
Okay. Roll.
I know succeed or fail on a throw as well.
That's better.
Sash does not succeed that check.
Lillian joins him.
you know if they succeed or fail?
Yes.
It didn't seem to affect her at all.
God damn it!
Like, even to your like, it's like curious actually how it didn't affect her. And you're like,
I rolled a 17 on my perception, if that helps.
You see this person, by the way. You saw this person inside the trunk.
The trunk.
Sorry, just repeat that for me.
What?
You saw this person inside the trunk. It is the rogue card.
I saw this person that we're talking to in the trunk.
Nope, not this person you're talking to.
Excuse me?
This is the shopkeeper. This is another person who's inside the trunk.
Wait,
fantastic.
So there's another person in the trunk.
There's a different person inside the trunk.
Okay.
Did anyone fail their Lillian's got to speak the truth and so does Zash?
Yeah.
Bad.
Cheeky.
Cheated.
It's a charisma saving.
It's all that charisma. Yes.
This is my jam.
Lillian. Oh yeah, right.
Lillian also saw like a little workshop in there. Like it's a modified bag of holding, but it's got a little workshop in there.
It's a box of holding.
What?
Yep. You like looked inside. You're like,
okay. Was this like a miniature person in there?
You can't quite tell. The perspective is vague.
Were they miniature or were they just very far away?
There was just a person in there.
Seemed like a real
workshop.
Did I pick up anything like they were like trapped or something?
No, it seemed like they were working on something, but it was very quick. You're like, oh, okay. And you're like, wait a minute. What the fuck?
Wait.
Processing.
Wait.
Yeah, you're like, you take a second to probably. What?
Is that?
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Just to be
absolutely
that
clear.
person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, perfect. Well, you just sicken. But yeah, Mog, you cast this like Zone of Truth, and she's like, "Okie dokie."
It's a very odd question, Mog. Why didn't you ask them about Amenathi?
I did, and they don't remember.
And they said that it's come back to them.
Sorry, I didn't hear that bit. Tell me. About...
She kind of like she looks like this like.
Baird is doing the same thing. Baird's just like, oh my god. I'm sorry.
Okay,
He's very stupid.
Okay. What do you want? I mean, you're adventurers. I get it. Let's sort this out. Actually, she points to you. He's like, turn it off now.
Fucking told.
Good. And from the trunk, as Lillian is loading, if you all have a look at the hammer card, it pops. And like an explosion happens, and then from it appears this woman on the road card.
Fantastic.
Hello. Nice to. What do you want? I'm a very busy woman. I've got a lot of things going on right about now, and I don't really have time to deal with a bunch of adventurers messing around in my shop and my business. All right.
Baird looks at the new woman and then looks at the shopkeep.
The shopkeeper like just sits down on the ground and just has a little like lie down like, and then seems to go to sleep.
Confusing.
It's just TV static.
Everyone put the loading one on.
I told you. See?
Yep. You suspect that she you suspect that she might be a magical construct at this point? You're like,
yeah. It's transmutation.
And she's like, all right, let's get the introductions out of the way because it's going to be frustrating for me to deal with you otherwise. My name is Gris. I'm a witch of the Mirewood. What? Literally what? And with that, we'll actually put to our break, and we'll come back to meet the wonderful Gris, hag of the Bowermarsh after these messages from us.
Bloody adventurers.
Blighted adventurers. Like, God damn it. I know this is not going to work out well. God. Very effective, but yeah, we'll leave it out for that, and we'll just have a quick wave out so the producer knows when to like leave. Ah, look at it go. Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, cute!
No, it's going to be destroyed.
You see the goose in front of you. It is larger than a normal goose. It is holding a soul and a book in its beak. Its eyes are glowing red.
Got attacked by a goose.
The nameless goose, who is actually named Humphrey.
I would like to create a love hunk from afar that calls to Humphrey's heart and soul, pull him away so that we can enter the hut unfettered. I will find him later and kill him and take his entire skin and wear his beak as earrings.
Okay, roll me a deception check.
I wish I had my some music so I could be like, ooh, spookin'.
noises.
But you can imagine the spooky noise like,
ooh, it's just so spooky.
Very spooky.
The sirens.
3 spoopy, 5 me.
Oh, yes, we'll go get you.
Please, no. Please don't make atmosphere.
I'm doing my...
Hubert, no.
Hey, come on down. Just lie on the ground. Stop shooting spells at us, because that makes us shoot pus. And I looked down like pussy wounds.
oh, God. Stop that. Having something that you can kind of physically see and be like, this is what it is, this is what it looks like, is a very simple way to just keep story flowing.
It's another tool to communicate to the players what's happening.
Imaginations are endless.
Players who are new into the game, being able to describe, what a crypt or a dais or something is.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, this pops right up on my screen and I can see all this stuff and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
That is amazing. That's so good.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Dang.
To have that visualization right there. Pretty impressive, yeah.
Having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool world.
It looks creepy.
That's how they get you.
Can I yeet the body down the stairwell?
Roll me a strength check.
Can I help?
Sure.
Yeah.
That'll give advantage.
Oh.
So AJ is yeeting the body down the stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
I got another natural 20.
Yay.
Okay, so yeah, you grab it by an ankle and shuck it down the stairs, and you just hear a as it hits the bottom and sort of scoots along the cobblestones a bit. Nothing else happens, except it's a bit red down there now. You might want to watch your step.
I was kind of hoping something would try and attack it, like we'd avoid a trap. But no, I'm just weird.
That's just weird. Yeah, I think Bag of Emeralds is like standing there and kind of looks over to Poe. So
but
why did we do that?
This is the second time I played D&D. The first time I played, I actually filled in for a guy that couldn't make it to a session. I used my powers of perception, and no text on this slate, baby. I popped my collar, I have no worries in the world. Because my perception is usually pretty high, I can see a lot of things that the other people can't see, which means that I can kind of take advantage of situations a lot easier than I would be able to in just a normal tabletop standard. Like, it'd be very hard to be like, hey guys, I know the Dungeon Master just said, I've got all this stuff in the corner, but don't look at it because you characters can't see it.
I believe we're in the presence of a trap.
With this, it's like, oh, it just pops right up on my screen, and I can see all this stuff, and I don't need to tell anyone about it.
What? Oh.
Do me a quick con save.
Oh no. No, it's the disease! Ah! I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it.
You're all gonna die.
Papa say you gotta get it.
Oh god.
Papa say you gotta get it.
Wow.
You are safe from the disease this day.
Whoa! That is so beautiful.
Yowchi, mouchi. All right.
Good work.
You get on out of there. Do me a quick stealth roll as you're kind of like getting behind like the muddy tracks and stuff like that.
Splish
away
squash,
from these.
splish squash.
Squish squash.
Squish squash, apple sauce. Oh my god.
The natural 20, the natural 1. Oh, fantastic. So like
the duality of man.
Let me tell you why you're here. What if I told you you could mix augmented reality with your RPGs? You take the miniature, the story ends. You keep scrolling and believe tabletop games are limited to physical models. Download Ardent Roleplay. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the chance to add something new.
Alright, I am going to get my book on etiquette and throw the book at him.
Okay. Improvised weapon.
Improvised weapon.
Roll a d20 for hit.
Can I
Wait,
make it
what?
6?
You have a bow. Why are you gonna throw a book of
But I love the poetic irony. This is the kind of player I am.
Okay, so you throw this book, right? And in a glorious grindhouse sort of fashion, in what feels like slow motion, it goes and just buries itself through his forehead. And he slumps to the ground.
Never played it, never played anything interactive. It was always on my bucket list. I've always seen it on movies. My friends play it, and I heard that it's like really immersive and that it can last for months.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I couldn't fathom how gameplay works like that. Like tailoring that some people could see certain things and then like other players couldn't. When they said it's all your imagination, I'm like, what? Like anything?
I'm gonna run up to one of them and like hook my bow over its head, draw it back, and like decapitate.
Imagination is endless, and I think having the visuals, it kind of brings it into a cool way.
Should we try to get her out of here? Are you gonna stab me?
Yes.
I'm not sure if the frog guy is like what we're going for, but it makes me happy. Look at that happy face. Doesn't that bring you joy? It brings me joy. I hope it brings you all joy too.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, cute!
No, it's going to be destroyed.
You see the goose in front of you. It is larger than a normal goose. It is holding a soul and a book in its beak. Its eyes are glowing red.
Got attacked by a goose.
The nameless goose, who is actually named Humphrey.
I would like to create a love hunk from afar that calls to Humphrey's heart and soul. Pull him away so that we can enter the hut unfettered. I will find him later and kill him and take his entire skin and wear his beak as earrings.
Okay, roll me a deception check.
I wish I had my some music so I could be like, ooh, spooky noises. But you can imagine the spooky noise like, ooh, it's just so spooky.
Very spooky.
The sounds.
3 spoopy, 5 me.
Oh, yes, we'll go get you.
Please, no. Please don't make atmosphere.
I'm doing my...
Hubert, no. Nailed it.
Welcome back to our lovely stream, friends. In confusing adventures in Rascal, we're back with, of course, the lovely Mac, Rummy, Steph, and Keegan to play the wonderful characters Mog, Bed, Lillian, and Asash, or Asash, as
Jacob keeps mispronouncing it.
I have not done it in a while, so I now know it's Asash.
You're doing good.
Doing pretty well.
I'm so good at this. It's me.
I feel like Jacob is like the parent of like lots of children and does that, you know, where like your dad or your mum will like list your name and then all of your siblings' names and the dog as well, and then come back to you and be like, no, that was the one I meant originally. My dad used to do that all the time, and it used to just be 3 of us, and then he got a dog, and then the dog got added in as well.
Yeah, you got to add the dog, otherwise, what's the point? But yes, so you've just met the wonderful and exciting Gis, I believe. Like, hey, Gis.
Nailed it.
Gris.
All right. She is delightful.
All
She's
right.
wonderful.
All right. Let's talk. What do you want? I'm here. Whoa.
I want to know why you're charging so much money, but you know, that's not here nor there.
People pay what people pay. You know, that's how it is.
I also want to know that.
If it costs your
That's-
life savings to heal yourself of the disease, and people are going to pay that, I'll tell you, it's a simple witch making her way in the world.
It's a simple Catholic getting by.
Mhm.
Right.
It's fine.
Do you want to know about my personal life, or is this like a professional courtesy? Like, what's the deal here?
We're asking about the dude.
The dude, which the now dead dude, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah.
How'd you know that?
Because he was being like slowly corrupted by like the plague. I don't know what to tell you, man.
And there's also a party of adventurers standing in her shop asking about him.
Yeah.
Why else would we be here?
Either A, he's with you and still alive, or B, he's definitely dead and you killed him.
And we want to know more. Specifically,
You mentioned the disease. This transformation is something that this plague can do.
Honestly, I don't know. I am not really with the cultists, but I get their general vibe at this point.
I got the sense that there was some kind of alchemical reaction going on inside him. We haven't seen the plague do that to someone before, and we've kind of been following the plague, trying to like stop it.
Well, I don't know exactly why that would be the case, why they'd be changing up their mood now, but I assumedly they're in the end game, I guess. I mean, I'm just a witch. Like, I mean, I had my own issues. They kicked me out of the swamps, and now I have to hang out here making what I can for me. Why? I don't know. But I know that it was becoming very frustrating trying to deal with them all, and they were getting better and better. So I thought best to just hightail it to the city and, make up shop here and use Emily there as a little mannequin for my own purposes. But
is she a human, or is she just a bunch of parts?
No, she's a mannequin.
There we go. Okay.
Food doll, maybe. She's useful in that kind of regard because I'm not exactly the most social of individuals. And honestly, the longer I talk to stupidity, it just kind of culminates into a point where I'm like, murderous.
I know exactly how you feel.
I can always sense you do. Stupidity, honestly, is just rife throughout all of this place. I mean, it's almost frustrating. That's why I charge so much. But you're interested in how he got like that? Probably in the water. That's how they like to operate. They mess with people in that kind of way. They poison them, yada yada yada, posing as the healers and stuff like that. Come on, you guys got to know this by now, surely. Or are you
It
just
was just an interesting transformation that we haven't seen yet, so we figured we'd ask someone.
You kind of like, come with me. Like, oi, you. He like clicks at the mannequin. She stands back up, like, and stands at the counter. And then she's like, "All right, let's roll." And you go upstairs to this card. So let's quickly grab the upstairs one. It is the murder card.
Murder.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's a fan. Yep. So you come up to this like the top level. So you can see the top level on the card there as well in the old Roll20. And I'll quickly grab her.
Lovely little study.
She's a book lady.
Definitely need to mop that floor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you going to mop that floor for me? Is that?
Oh no, Bear doesn't say that. I'm saying that.
Oh no! You got this is role playing. I know Bear. It's sassy. It's sassing him. Like,
no, Bear's found a kindred spirit. This woman hates people as much as he does.
Yeah, and you know what she hates more than people? Cleaning.
Yeah.
She like rolls up.
Yeah.
And like,
whereas Bear's a bit of a neat freak.
It's like puts her like hands down on the table. It's like, all right. Do you have a sample at all or anything? I'm going to imagine probably not, just given the dull expression of your eyes.
It's got that look on his face, just like, and just looks at Asash like.
So let me explain how this works. This is my general assumption. Now, don't get all crazy here, but from my understanding of how the cult works, they poison people, they get sick, they die. Good for the cult, whatever. Now, if that doesn't work out too well, I can only imagine the longer someone is sick or maybe affected or afflicted, they're going to try and do different stuff. They're going to like try and manage and make soldiers to do things, creating undead monstrosities, that kind of thing. Everyone can roll me a wisdom save, actually, because you get to remember something here. And I don't know if you might remember it, but it's worth jumping into because it was many months ago. Asash, unfortunately, none for you.
None for Asash because he wasn't there.
Well, actually, you can roll with a disadvantage because you might have encountered it before. But good lord, all of you are tough.
Yeah.
Maybe Gaston told Asash an interesting story.
Sure. Yeah, he probably did. You know one thing about the cult. They have these little jars and vials that they use to poison people into becoming soldiers, vampire spawn, that kind of thing. Specifically, vampire spawn is what you've heard.
Delicious.
Oh, so you mean like, who was it that said? Gaston, I think, mentioned these small vials they would poison people with. Makes them monsters?
Gaston. Is he in town?
Last time we checked.
A few days ago.
But who knows? Because it's Gaston.
Exactly. It's impossible.
One second. She her eyes go dull and she obviously can't hear you for a quick second. Okay. Good to know.
Bit of history there.
Let's not go into it.
It's my impression that Gaston has history with everyone.
Gaston gets around.
He does.
There you go, Lillian. You've been warned.
Goddamn Hobag. Oh, and she does a full scan up and down. It's like, yeah, you would be his type, wouldn't you?
It's staring at Baird's head. Now I'm just like,
we do. If Baird would, if at each moment Baird was going to spontaneously combust, it'd be right then.
Okay, so yeah, they're probably making people into some kind of warriors to assist in their own kind of machinations. I mean, they'll probably be possessed by fucking Goldorai or something to that degree, but more than that, I really don't know. Unless you have a sample or some kind of because in the water somewhere, I imagine I don't, don't drink the water is a good option for most times. So, yeah.
From where we are, can we see the lake and the mist rolling in?
Yeah, you can. Let me just quickly check actually, because there's there's not a lot of windows up in the second floor really. I'm just gonna bring it up on the old Ardent Roleplay. Can you have a look, a cheeky look?
There are heaps of windows.
There was a few windows.
There's still windows.
Sorry, I sometimes don't see windows. It's very hard.
Windows just whoosh. That's fair.
So yeah, but yeah, no, there's windows out there, and you kind of see the angle you've got points out that way. And do me a perception roll for anyone who wants to kind of look at out the window.
All right.
Please tell me everyone's going to do it. Everyone's going to do it.
It's definitely
huddling around the window
it's just having that moment of
well, he's once again failing another fucking thing.
Let me just put you in the right position where you guys all are.
Kind up against the window.
There's more than one window. Asash will be like.
Well, no, because this is the only window that looks out further out into the area. Most houses around here are one story. This is 2-story, so
yeah, we're all getting nice and tight.
Yep. Mog, you see nothing. Asash, you do see the mist. It's rolling on
Asash,
in.
I haven't rolled yet.
But no, sorry, that's the old roll. My mistake. Lillian, mist. It's out there.
What mist?
It's a mist. Wow.
From your pretty good roll before, and you kind of you can see that it's obviously creeping in. Yeah, slowly. You see Gris just kind of sitting on the table like this. Is
Baird actually turns back to it because he just wanted to check out the window, and then he turns to it and goes, "Is that mist normal to you?"
No, it's probably magical. The swamps. Yeah, I mean maybe, but
any idea what it might be?
Probably the cult. They live out in the swamps. Okay. Did I explain that? Was that? Was that it?
Well, I wasn't sure if they were living out in the swamps or if they were just traveling through, and that's why you left. Or...
No, they've set up base operations out there. Like it was what?
The cult is living in the swamps.
Yeah, the cult of Goldurai. Yeah, the cult of Goldurai, the demon.
The one that we're fighting.
That one. Okay, I thought it might be a cult or something.
How many cults have you all run into?
Baird looks at Gris and just shares this look of like, "You fucking see? Do you see?"
Look, it's probably my fault, but like I'm not gonna self-pity over like the entire situation. Like, cults be as cults do. They'll eventually fade into nothingness, either killing everyone in Havensburg or not. And I'll go back to my swamp, and that'll be a good time for me. But they were looking for something in there, I think, but I think this is a good base of operations to deal with Havensburg because it's the larger town.
Fair. And we did destroy their base of operations that was in Havensburg.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah. Well, one of them. I don't know. They might have more than one, but we messed with the one that was under the bastion.
They were in the bastion?
They were.
Oh.
They're not anymore. Yeah.
Wait. You didn't kill Crayhammond, did you?
Yes. Did we?
I called that. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. It's like,
Oh my god, my family owes me like so much money now. All right.
I'm glad we made you a rich woman.
It's a familiar, not a king.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, poly poisoning, poly making military. Like, I mean, at some point they have to take the crown and the city, like, and they have to start taking places and then ruling over this place. So like they don't do that at the moment, but I mean it's only a matter of time, honestly. And then eventually, of course, they'll move up to, of course, actually I clicked the wrong button. I'm gonna move you guys up to the thing. They'll eventually go to like Amberhold. They'll take the crown from the Namans, and then that's the whole like kind of mood. I mean, like that's the progression I personally see. But I mean, one king, another. Doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I won't be hunted as a witch. Be good.
Do you know if they are doing anything to affect the wells of this?
The wells?
It's
I would say so.
Down here.
The Barrow Marsh has always been a well of dark magic, which is why I live there. But that's its purpose. It's supposed to be a well of dark magic. But there's other wells that exist around the place which have more life magic, and yada yada yada. Like, I'm not sure. Like, if it was me and I was trying to turn this entire place into like a Goldurai hellscape, yeah, I'd probably do that. But I mean, I'd make it more of a swamp.
It does seem to be your aesthetic.
Which is the swamps. It's a whole.
It's the whole thing. It's a vibe you're going for.
Yeah. But yeah, does that answer your questions?
To a degree.
I think so.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions?
It wasn't normal mist.
Vaguely.
Do you have any other questions?
Well, Duty Face, like, how long? Do you know how long he's been like that? Do you know when you last saw him?
Oh, long. Oh, we're like 2 years ago, I'd say. Like a while. Like I don't really get out. I've had to move here. Like, I used to come into town, get supplies, go back to my swamp, but mostly I lived out there. Anything specific I needed, I'd come into town for. But being a witch is not exactly the most easy, carefree life you ever have to deal with. So, but I knew he existed. I know he was a person in town, but 2 years ago is probably the best I got. I moved here a year ago, so I mean, set up shop as it is. Technically, I took over from the last alchemist owner, but that's another story.
Sure. Well,
I think he died of the plague. Actually,
I wouldn't be surprised. Everybody dies of the plague at the moment.
Most people die of the plague. I mean, that's why they charge $150 for disease curing. So,
it's absolute extortion.
Yeah, that's what bad people do.
I grew up with vampires, and I think that that's bad.
Oh no! Let me just cry into my big piles of money. Oh, it's so hard. All right, I've helped you. Are we good? Is this fine?
You can go back. I feel like we should leave you alone and let you go back to your thing.
I have no issues.
We've got enough.
Yeah. If you want to give me a quick donation of 5 gold each, that would be pretty good. Because
a lot of the money that I had, I bought the silver from you, the silver piece, the shavings from you. So we're not.
You're
rich
poor
people.
adventurers, aren't you?
Bear's lying through his teeth.
You see like Curto.
We won the prize. We won those prizes, so we have money, or some money at least.
You have the money. Me and Damon.
Yeah, Baird holds all the money because Baird doesn't trust you not to buy crap with it. Baird will buy you nice things.
Well,
Baird's the party sugar daddy.
If it's money you want, I might have a job for you.
Also be interesting.
Job from a witch?
I feel like it's going to be in your best interest to do it.
Shoot your pitch. Let's hear what you got.
You help me get back my swamp. I get you some money, magical things, stuff I happen to have on hand.
This sounds like something we would be aiming to do anyway if the cult is in the swamp.
Yeah, it's on our way.
Like 2 birds, 1 stone.
But, if I pay you to do it, then that means I have the swamp. You talk to your future adventuring companions. They don't bother me there. I have a nice time. I think it's a win-win situation, really.
I like that you think there's going to be more adventuring companions. I hope we don't get any more companions.
When in the times of any great game, beware of adventurers coming and going. And unfortunately, this is what I know from being a witch. This is a time of a great game. So, I mean, Goldeye, I think I'm not sure who he's playing against. Might be Vanathar, but it wouldn't make too much sense for that. But I'm not sure.
Could just be for fun.
No,
single player.
No game of gods is ever for fun. That's always something on the line. What that happens to be, it's hard to say, but I don't tend to question it too much. I just know that it's a play. You don't start controlling an entire kingdom for nothing, and it's usually to do with a game. And if it's Goldeye in the mix, and we know it is, stands to reason. But my god has not been as forthcoming, which is not her fault, it's mine. But if you help me, I'll be able to help you, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, us helping her as well will help the people here because then we'll be not here selling ridiculously priced healing potions and in the swamp.
Somebody else will take her place.
But they might
That's how businesses work, Mog.
Yeah, but
either way, will we be going to the swamp?
Either way, yeah.
We'll be rewarded for it anyway.
What Asash said. We're going there anyway. We will take your quest. Aren't we? Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, she gives you she hands from her pocket a note. Like it's a kind of piece of paper with some instructions in it, and this, to my best understanding and knowledge, is a pathway that you might be able to utilize in the swamp. It is the last one I made myself and should treat you relatively safely. At the end of these particular roads, you'll find a few key locations. This one here, here, and here, and she kind of points out to them, are entrances to their stronghold, from my general understanding. Now, it is underground and has been taken by them it's an old ruin. I didn't tend to use it too much myself, but there is a black dragon inside the Barren Marsh. They tend to keep to themselves. They're adult in size, and I have a relatively nice relationship with them. The black dragons tend to treat us with a passing fancy, but I mean, black dragons are black dragons. Now, it's unlikely that they've actually managed to do any real damage to them, but on the same point, there are plenty of ruins that the black dragon has used throughout the millennia to live and burrow in. And I don't believe they've actually encountered their territory yet, so that's quite nice. But dangerous nonetheless. So these are probably the locations I would suggest you want to look into first, because that's where they were setting up their base operations. And of course, this little point here is my personal hut. So maybe just avoid that. Maybe.
Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
A whole ass dragon.
And then like as she's kind of talking to you like this, you hear this kind of like echo, like a thrum or like a kind of like a tremor in the ground. You kind of
I don't like that.
Mm-hmm. Like, and then at this point, like she goes towards the window where you kind of all around, like kind of like where some of you are huddled, and he's like, and you see as you kind of like as she looks out, and like for most of you who were looking before, you see the mist kind of start to roll up over Havensburg and start to move across the northern reaches of the waters, the eastern reaches of Old Town. And I'll quickly get up the Havensburg map.
Bad.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds bad. I told you it was bad.
Here, and here. And you kind of like look out, and the mist starts to kind of rise quite quickly up. And it starts like it's almost like a wave of mist that kind of like falls through the town. And she's like, "Oh no.
Please don't say that."
And she kind of like looks like takes like is like okay. She like composes herself like Fibbity jibbity kugo kazim. I want your attention, everything. And it's like like the kind of house like does a little bit of a shake, like we're packing to leave. It's time. And she's like wraps up, and then every kind of thing around her starts to kind of animate and move, and it all kind of falls on downstairs.
Legitimately thought she was gonna like Baba Yaga this house. So excited.
And like it like everything like falls down and starts like shrinking and then moving down towards the trunk. And she like goes in there, reaches into the trunk, pulls out a broom, and is like, "All right, I'm out. I'll see you when you're finished." And like walks outside, is like kind of looks at the giant wave of mist coming out, and like you've kind of like followed her down as well.
Yeah.
And she's like, hard no. And she gets on her broom and then like roller skates on out of there. Catch you the flip side!
Bear just sort of watches her go and then looks at the mist coming and says, "I feel like we should leave."
I feel like this is a good time again for the
loading.
You try your best, but you don't succeed. And as you kind of see this wall of mist start to kind of come towards you, you can hear like you hear this kind of like, obviously it's quite quiet in the general old town, but you can hear like windows kind of shuffling, blinds kind of like moving open to like observe what's happening as the mist kind of rolls in. And you hear this kind of deep rumbling thrum again, like, and then from deep within the mist, a mile or two away, you can hear this very calm lone horn.
Thanks.
Again.
I hate it.
And then as you kind of look out towards this kind of mist rolling forward, you'll kind of like set out in the old town of Havensburg. And from this, you see this blackened figure inside the mist. And it like through. The mist kind of coils down and rolls forward harder this time, rolling down into kind of an obscured area where you can start to hit like the actual like houses around you as it kind of rolls down forward and is pretty much all over here. I won't do too much of an examination because it's all going to like kind of become quite misty soon. But you hear another bellowing kind of like as you hear this time harder destruction fall on a house, probably like a decent distance away, probably like 200 feet. you 300 feet?
Baird runs back upstairs to see if he can see it through the window. Any of the windows.
The mist is quite light, but you go for a disadvantage perception check, and everyone on the streets as well can kind of do it as well. Most of the actual place has been like kind of cleared out at this point, so there's not too much in there anymore. Mannequins all gone, all that kind of jazz. But yeah, do me a perception test as you
for a search.
That's 5 for Baird because I rolled a nat 1.
Ooh, you don't love to see it, do you?
Unfortunate.
Why does this happen to me?
Because Roll20 hates me. We've established this.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Roll20 decides to dump on all of us for this one.
Everyone gets dunked on.
Yep.
Consider yourself wrecked.
Dunked. You stitch.
Stitch.
You bloody stitch. All right. And what was those perception rolls? All right, Lillian is doing pretty well.
You said disadvantage, yeah?
Yeah, disadvantage. Oh, it's
9.
9.
Did not do well.
Yeah, Mog's the only one who might have seen anything.
It's at that point that you hear the first of the screams.
Ah.
And
I
this
thought you were going
time-
to say it's at that point that they knew. They fucked up.
And this time you hear something much more devastating. This is
and
another horn. Ooh. Ooh. And this beating, you realize, is wing. And as you hear the screams, you hear the falling of bodies, or the splattering of acid and poison and flesh, as you start to realize that this may not be your fight. But it's with that kind of last moment that you see the beating of wings once more come around and crash into this house here. And you see the form of a huge black dragon rising up out of the mist and crashing onto the house just before it's once again enveloped by the mist itself. This coiling wrapping of mist around it, kind of creating this huge halo, this kind of window to this terrifying looking creature. And you get this even cool reveal as well. Here is the actual the dragon character. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this one. I love this one so much. Wait a cotton pick in a second. There it is. It is the treasure chest. And it lets out like this bellowing call as it kind of wraps around the house and looks at all of you. You're able to kind of see it relatively clearly at this point, but the mist is obviously still rolling in. It's like, and it speaks with this deep, guttural tone, like it's almost like rasping death. Where are they? Where are they? And bellows forth an acid line running through these houses and melting the stone and wood in this intense display. Roll initiative.
No. I don't like that. Why have you?
Party does not like this. No,
everybody disliked that.
Nobody liked that.
Oh,
wait! Are you guys excited for a fun dragon fight? I know I am. I prepped it so good. All right. You want to clear all those turns, but
for fuck. God damn it! This is what I mean.
Whip in pepperonis, my friends. Now,
brought in pieces.
Yes.
Go, Lillian.
Nice.
Good day. +2. Oh! Yes!
No! No!
No.
Well, death.
And the
It was nice
entire
knowing
party
everyone.
died.
That they did. Wonderful. Wonderful, I say.
I hate you so much right now.
Just got a
so good.
a 5, rather.
Don't worry, your feigned companion who was waiting outside on the other side of the road because you were like, I don't want to go in there, is still with you though, and they can roll their own d20. Cool. Now I don't actually have the character sheet for Trent's character now that I think about it, because it's not in my campaign in D&D Beyond, which is a shame. Well, there's a character in there. It's just a 4th level fighter, not a 6th level fighter. Yeah. What can you do though? But I guess you go for level 5 though, team. That's fun. Yeah. Got this.
This is fine.
Got this. Yep, he gets a total of 15. Okay. All right.
Roll 15.
Has everyone added their initiatives to the track?
Oh no. How do I add my initiative?
You should be able to have control of it.
I can't see Asajj in the actual turn order thing.
So I'm going to remove all of these, and I'm going to just give a turn to everyone, because that is how you want to do it.
Right click the token.
Add turn. Now you should have control of the turns, so you can actually include it, because you have control of the characters, so you should be able to add it in there. So Dragon's at 22.
I cannot. It's not letting me add my number.
All right.
I got it.
No, there's one. There's at least one.
Oh, there we go. Yep, got it.
There we go.
Well, I would be able to if it would stop jumping around. There, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
save us, party mom.
You have to
give me a sec.
add Damon as well. Yep, cool.
And what did you get, Lillian, for you got 19?
Yeah, 19.
I'll add in for you.
Yeah,
go.
sorry, just give me a sec. I've got something weird going on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm got the right sheet.
Oh?
Yeah, that ain't the right one. I think I may have got it on something else. I might just need to get it.
Is it in the Friends campaign?
Yeah, but it's on another account that I hope I still have access to.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
Well, that's all good.
I'll work on that in the background.
Yep,
if I don't, I'll go yell
background.
at the person who does have access to it.
Yep, that sounds good. All right. Let's take it away there, team. Dragon gets to go first. And kind of looks down to all of you and obviously seems to have some kind of recollection that you're adventurers, because dragons are be smart like that. It's and it flies down and tries to grapple Baird.
God damn it!
Roll me a strength check, Baird.
Oh. Cool. 13.
It clutches you in its hand and kind of looks to the rest of you and does a frightful presence. Everyone roll me a wisdom saving throw. Being between the dragon here.
I'm theoretically good at those.
No, I can't get anything higher than a 15.
17 for Asajj.
Oh, you'll be fine. It's fine. You're fine.
Why do I not believe you?
Nothing will be fine.
Probably for good reason.
You know what fine stands for? Freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional.
Everyone who got below a 16
Thanks 2000
is frightened.
Oh, shit.
For 1 minute, you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn, ending the effect on a success. If a creature's saving throw is successful or the effect ends, the creature is immune to the fright for the next 24 hours. So that's cool. Okay. So I believe with conditions DnD. I'm just going to quickly grab the conditions for you all because frightened is a pretty good one. So frightened basically just means that you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is in line of sight. Each can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So he kind of like looks at you and is like, where? And then
I think it's Damon's go next.
It's now Lillian's go.
Yeah, give me a sec on that because I don't have access to that sheet right now.
Okay, that's all right.
All right.
We will let Damon Theamune attack, and you can have your turn after he is gone. So let's see this. 1d20 plus. I use the basics of his sheet, but I mean it's a bit tricky because I don't have the actual sheet. Bloody Trent, not updating this sheet like a bloody goon. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to dash and do his weird stuff. I can't remember for the life of me what it did though.
He action surged a million times and hit things with the +8 to hit kill.
And he's got a charge attack, which gives him a bonus to dashing and then hitting.
He did that 3 times or 4 times on one turn.
Cool. And he actually 20 plus. What is Damon Theamune's wisdom? Not high. Not high, team. It's of course. Yeah, okay, I'll just it's fine. Okay. He is frightened as well, and he can't actually move towards the dragon. He's like, oh! And kind of freaks out a bit and is like,
my big handsome fighter can't do his thing.
He runs over here around the corner to hide. Because frightened also makes it more difficult to get out of being frightened, because you have to do ability checks to resist the thing. So it's harder to like do it when you're away from it. So he will try and do his saving throw again. Unfortunately, that is also a fail. So he's going to just chill out there for a little bit. It's all gravy though. And yeah, basically, the dragon like asks there very directly, like, where are they?
Where are who?
Unacceptable.
You don't know who you're after.
And like, I'll let them do the tail whip attack and like knock like the tail whip like kind of flings out and knocks at Asash. 20 plus. What is your AC, Asash?
16.
Sweet. Tail attack is that. Oh, doesn't hit you with its tail attack.
Catches it on the shield. Just boom.
Catches on the shield. Boom, buddy. Plus 11 to hit, though. Sparcy.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I just saw what that actual roll was. Oh, God.
Yes. Yes, we have fun here. Welcome to Ardent Roleplay, where I kill people viciously in the Vale of Dusk.
Why do you do this to us? Well, you loved us.
It's a story beat. It's very important.
No, I thought you loved us.
No, I just want to see you have a fun time. You have a fun team? Anyway, Steph, how are you doing?
Good time.
Not well. No one's responding to me. So I think the last person that might have access is Soren, if he can see my sheet through his campaign.
Cheeky. Well, I do.
That's it.
I'll just quickly scan because I think I had your sheet somewhere. Yeah, we're a level 4 Tiefling Ranger here.
Yeah, no, wrong one. Like, I will attack no matter what, so I'll just keep holding, I guess, until someone responds to me.
I think I can do your sheet.
Just.
Actually, maybe I had. Did you send
I have access to your sheet. I have access to your sheet.
Send the link into the Discord or via the
it's in the Zoom chat.
As an FYI, you're always welcome, team, to join the Ardent Roleplay Discord and check out all the things we kind of do on there. We do some demos and fun stuff like that. So do check it out and tell us what you think.
Yes, that's one.
It works! Yay!
Thank you.
That's okay.
You did
it.
Teamwork.
Mum.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's okay. I realized I could go into the campaign and actually look through the campaign.
Solid.
Yeah, I for some reason don't have it either. I'm like, oh, that's strange. Weird. Anywho, but good that you have your character sheet.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to transfer that now because that's a bummer. That's okay.
That's good. All right.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Yes.
Just as an FYI, but it looks like it's very angry about whatever these things are.
I'm sure it is. I'm just hoping it doesn't crush me with its giant claws.
Yeah, you're currently inside those claws, which is
Bear's holding on to a claw, just
please no, please my lord,
please no crush, please.
A crush as a treat.
Just a little crush.
This is the most terrifying moment of my life. Be not afraid.
This is the most terrifying experience of my life.
The fight for president. And I'll let you all know, I've never actually run a dragon before, so I'm really excited to do this. This is such a fun time. I've never run a dragon fight.
We're going to die.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I so didn't realize what they could do until I ran one. I was like, oh no.
Oh, yes. I had a wonderful look at everything today. I was like, oh boy. You'll be fine. If only Damon Theomune was with us. We miss him. All right. Luckily enough, Frightful Presence does not stop you from shooting at the thing.
You're like,
Sweet. Because I'm going to take advantage to that.
Mm-hmm. Lord knows you should.
I've just got a lot of things to stack, and I was looking at how many attacks per action I had, and I was like, nope, that's not right. That's not right. I don't think I'm on the right sheet. Nope.
You want those big attacks. This ain't those rookie
I should have
hours.
at least 3 in the first round. So 1 is not it.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Not
So
the cash money we crave.
do you mind if I just do these in a batch just to see which of those
Absolutely.
hit?
That's perfectly fine.
Cool. Just makes it a bit easier.
Now, because you are frightened, I believe you might have disadvantage on the attack rolls. So you do have disadvantage of attack rolls because you can see the dragon.
Okay.
So you want to roll. Yeah. You can do the up button. So you might just want to do yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just sort it out in my brain. Yep. That's fine. Cool. So, unfortunate. 21 hit.
The 21 does hit.
Sweet.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
That's almost a natural 20. That would have been rough.
Anyway.
That's incredible, by the way. Well done.
Okay.
I think you're gonna do good work here, Steph.
Hope so.
You have to.
You do.
Okay, I'm just going to do them in batches. I'll just do them in batches just so I can keep a track of it. I'm going to mark it as my favorite enemy while I'm doing this since I hit it.
Yep.
So I'll do the first bit.
Your ass is grass, dragon.
Time to do math. We love D&D. It's the big math game.
Math with all the corners.
I mean, look, they trick you. They're like, oh, this is a fun game with imagination.
It's a story
and
game. Yeah,
and all this fun stuff.
Artistic math.
Wait a minute. That's just math colored in.
It's colorful math
with extra steps.
It's math with all the corners filed off because you don't have to do multiplication or dividing, but still got to do that.
There's a lot of pluses. There's a lot of pluses.
Pluses and minuses.
Ooh. Looks like a miss for this the second one. Ooh. Oh, wait, no, it's just 1d8. Nice.
Alrighty. Just gonna keep a track so we just can do it all at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
While that's happening, I'm going to add Saul's health together.
Oh no.
I'm gonna assume a 14 does not hit.
No, a 14 does not hit.
Sorry, or an 11 to be honest. 22 is gonna be fine because the last one was fine.
22 does hit.
Yep. Cool.
Do it, Lillian. Pull a Damon for us.
56 damage in a round.
I couldn't possibly, but I can dream.
Bed as well. You are able to do a perception test as well while it's not your turn, because there's something you might notice about the dragon.
Okay, well, while I'm waiting, perception.
That's good. We'll get those other rolls and we'll see what that damage is like.
Not great. I'm too. Also, I get a disadvantage because.
Don't bother rolling the second one.
Yeah, I'm not going to roll the second one anyway. I'm just like, well.
Yep, some big damage from Steph here, though. I feel like I got to be like the commentators, like, "Oh, we got a very nice, we got a very nice setup here. We've got Steph on the archery range, very skilled.
22.
22 damage.
22 damage.
Very tight. All right. It snarls and like raises its head back and like kind of bellows a bit.
Same word.
And on its turn, it will. After your turn, it does a wing attack. So it beats its wings, and each creature in 10 feet must succeed on a DC something dex saving throw. It's a DC 19 dex saving throw.
Wink.
So everyone roll a dex save.
Except me, because I'm being held onto.
Yes. They're like
there's
cast its
hair blowing off their face, like.
Cast its wings down the ground. It's like impudence.
It's screaming like, "Stop shooting at it and ask it what it wants. It's an intelligent creature."
Yeah. As well, Lillian, you are able to do a perception check as well.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I thought our perception stuff was a little low as well because, I got big things on that.
Yeah, you got big perception.
I feel like Roll20 knows I've got my actual sheet now. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the a reveal so you can have a look at that if you like. Actually, you got so wait, you're so good. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give you that one first, and then we'll give you the different one. Everyone who failed. So you got Mog succeeded, Lillian succeeded, Asash did not succeed. No one else. Everyone who failed take 13 points of damage and be knocked prone as it flies up into the air.
It's still holding me.
40 feet. So it's 40 feet up in the air now. And it like flies up in the air like with you in its like claws. Like
there it is screaming.
Yep, absolutely. Fantastic. All right.
That was how much damage, sorry?
13.
13 damage as its wings like beat down and flies up in the air 40 feet.
That hurts.
That's brutal.
Mog, is that your turn? Way!
Mog can't hit it from there.
If Mog is terrified of this thing, his dumb ass is going to run absolutely backwards, but so hard that he's going to go through any door or window that he sees.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You want to go through this doorway over here?
Yeah, I can go up.
If you all bail on me, I will be very cross.
Yep. So you just got to bust through the door? Is that the thing? All right.
Can I choose to run again? I forgot.
Yeah, you can dash, yeah.
Yeah. I think if I was terrified, what if Mog was terrified, he'd just be the 6 foot like tank running through the first wall that he can see to get away from.
Full on Mr. Incredible.
Do me a strength check with advantage because it's cool.
Bonus points for cool.
And you're running away from the thing you're scared of.
Yep, you knock your way through this doorway and you find yourself in this house.
Just screaming, yeah!
Absolutely not. And then you can do your save to with regular and see if you succeed in your fear check.
What was it again?
It was a wisdom save.
16?
That does succeed. You are no longer feared.
Oh, I just needed to break down a door.
Just needed to book it.
Break down a door.
Yeah, just like have a little cry as a treat. Like, judge the crying. Asash, is now your turn.
Cool.
Can I have an out of round yell at it at all?
You can.
Can I ask it if it's looking for the cult?
It responds with no. Like, no, I seek my children.
Oh.
And everyone can do me a insight check if they'd like.
Yeah.
I'm inside. I can't see it.
You're inside for the inside?
Leave campaign.
We have fun here. All right. Yep. So everyone who can see it, except for Damon, of course, the immune, who's unfortunately being a little bit cowardly.
It's having a moment.
That was a 10.
20.
Oh, very spicy. You notice, Romy, that it seems to be not of its right mind. Its white eyes seem to belay a certain level of absentness, as if it's not quite all there. If you've seen Princess Mononoke and the boar god at the very start of the movie, it's that kind of energy.
It's sick. It's unwell.
Uh-huh.
I can't get rid of that.
Baby Goldaraya. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Anywho, so Asash, what would you like to do?
Hearing that.
You are not afraid. Be not afraid.
Yeah, Baird will scream like, I think it's possessed or sick or something.
It doesn't know what's going on.
Don't hurt it. It doesn't know what's happening.
Well, I may as well yell at this point. I think someone murdered it.
Murdered it?
You know, like, very cut, yucky.
Oh, wait.
It looks like it's been cut.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So it's
when Lillian points that out, you kind of notice it as well. It's incredibly hard to see because this creature obviously has this deep black blood over what the wound would have been. And because of course Lillian's capacity to kind of see in not darkness per se, but not this kind of those keener ranger eyes rather than being able to see in darkness. Just managed to see this pooling bit of blood, and it's obviously a bit slick and blackened like tar. A spicy time.
Cool. So Asashi's going to take a couple steps back because ranged character.
If you would like to do another perception, you can learn more about this. If you're trying to kind of grasp what the fuck to do, that's also fine.
I might just do that. Still a 10. So nah.
Spicy. What would you like to do on your turn then? I kind of look like, oh boy.
Yeah. So he's going to call out and try and reason with it. Essentially, Great Dragon, we do not have your children, but if you release our friend, we may be able to help you find who does. I feel we pursue the same enemy.
Air just screams, "Don't make it, drop me."
Yep. Is now your turn, Bess. Because that will be most of your action. It doesn't seem to have too much of a response. It doesn't have any more legendary actions to perform, so it's just flying at 40 feet up in the air, and it looks insanely angry. It is hunting for something that it doesn't know where it could possibly be, and is obviously very distressed about this. It's hard to kind of gauge because obviously it's a dragon, but the terrifying presence of its aura is just so all-encompassing that it is difficult to kind of hold yourself together. A dragon is a truly breathtakingly terrifying monster to behold, and as it kind of falls in, you can kind of see this mist again still coming towards it. So Bed, what would you like to do before the mist arrives?
I am debating on what I want to do. And at this stage, I'm going to choose pyrotechnics, particularly the fireworks. I'm going to try and blind it. Yeah. I'm just looking at what I want to do. I need to roll fire techniques. I don't think I do.
Now, are you trying to get it to drop you?
Oh, hold on.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm just rereading it. Oh, no, never mind, because I need fire to actually... I need there to be a non-magical fire already happening for me to actually do the thing. Well, I'm not trying... No, I don't want it to drop me, to be honest. I just was trying to see if I had anything that would make it stop attacking. And if it was blind, then it might not actually be able to hit any of us. But I need a fire to do that. And it has to be non-magical. Actually, is there anything that's on fire?
Do you have like a tinderbox or lighter?
I don't think I do. Hold on, let me look at my...
You gotta invest in one of those.
I have a candle, but it's not lit.
You gotta invest in one of those for sure. Do you have precipitation?
I do, but it has to be non-magical fire.
You can light a fire with prestidigitation, and it's technically not a magical fire, I would say, but it would take an action to do so. It'd be like a setup thing, but you can try and reason with it some more if you really want to. It might be able to, it would be a truly impressive persuasion check to manage to get this dragon to back off.
Yeah.
Do.
What would Bear do?
Yeah, because Bear's currently frightened as well, so it's like, it's.
Well, Bear is aware that if this creature's dead and Bear suspects that it's possessed, it's not in its right mind. It cannot be persuaded. That's Baird's thinking.
Absolutely.
So at this stage, the idea is let's just attack. In the desperate hope that it stops hitting us. So you know what? I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers.
Oh, very spicy.
I'm going to cast it. I'm going to cast on its back leg, or like around because it's a 5-foot cube.
Isn't Cloud of Daggers centered around you?
No, you fill the air with daggers. It's within a 60-foot range.
Oh yeah.
And
cube that you can see.
It's a 5-foot cube centered on any point within range, and it's a 60-foot range.
Yep. So it'll spin out there for a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm going to do more around its like ass, the opposite end of me, so that I don't get caught in the cloud of daggers.
Now, it does occur to you that actually, that seems good. Let's go with that. I'm not going to let anything occur to you. It's fine. You're a strong, independent role player. You don't need me to tell you what to do.
Yeah, no, I know it's probably going to drop me, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yes.
Yes. I need to roll for that, don't I? God damn it. Cool. So I just roll my usual casting stuff, yeah? It's +3. Oh, God.
Is Cloud of Daggers a roll, or is it just a save for anything in that space?
It's not even a save from what I gather.
There's no save. The creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or it starts its turn there.
Yep. So you can do that on the thing, and on its turn it will do it. So just do it with the 4d4, and then it'll take that damage.
Okay, cool, awesome. 4d4, awesome. Da-da-da. Cool. 11.
Nice. Takes 11 damage.
Awesome. Yeah. Other than that, wait. I have, where are my bonus actions? God damn it. Because I have the bonus actions, including Inspiration, which I'm going to cast on Lillian.
Bless Lillian. We need a...
Yeah.
Now, we do only have 20 minutes left, and we probably won't go through this entire thing, but it is its go now. And as its go begins, the mist kind of folds in on all of you, and it is currently enveloping most of the area until about this point here. I'm going to do a little line for you guys so you know exactly where that line is, but this is where the mist ends, and everything else is just mist. So that's the point it's kind of moving at. Yeah? Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So we're in the mist?
You are in the mist now. Yeah. You raise higher. You go to 80 feet, and it asks again,
"Where are my children?"
What do you say?
I'm trying to think if we've come across any baby dragons, which we haven't.
Did we kill possibly someone that was? If he's dead and dying, the dragon, like he could be controlled by Goldraya.
You would suspect as much.
And like, have we? Is that I forgot his name? The dude that we killed underneath the
Cray Hammond?
the bastion.
Yep, Cray Hammond.
Yeah, him could he have been like a dragon?
Could he have been what?
A dragon. Because dragons can change form.
No, Cray Hammond could not have been a dragon. He was a man that was basically possessed and transformed into a demon.
He could have been one of Goldraya's children.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
But it's very unlikely. No, he probably wouldn't have been one. In base dragons, they don't tend to transform. In my particular version, they do. But yeah, absolutely. I like dragons being able to take on the guise of humans and stuff like that because they find it useful. Basically, yeah, it asks you this again very directly. It's like, where are they? And where is she? What do you say?
Beard says, we haven't seen any other dragons in the town. If you just...
It interrupts you. Useless. And you fall 120 feet.
No.
Hey, Jacob, can I react to that potentially?
Can I react to that?
Yeah, you can react to that, yeah.
Cool. I've got Feather Fall. The only thing is that I can only do it when Baird's within 60 feet of me. Can I cast it? And it is a reaction to cast.
You would need to do a perception test with disadvantage to see Baird falling because at the moment the mist is covering over you.
Okay.
And so they're falling. So it would be very fast, like literally like blam as you do it. Baird, what was your...
My reaction? Well, Baird's reaction is to wait until he's within about 40 to 30 feet of the ground and cast Misty Step because I can teleport 30 feet.
I actually need to check how quickly people fall to the ground. Quickly.
Just casually. Can I roll perception on that then?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. Go for it.
So that's disadvantage, isn't it? Jacob?
For assuming Earth
Yes, with
gravity,
disadvantage.
Yeah.
10 meters a second acceleration towards the ground.
So 60 feet. So yeah, maybe. Free object to fall back in. Oh,
it's gonna fucking turn into paste.
Okay, D&D, huh? D&D.
This is
14.
You fall 500 feet in 6 seconds around, so you will not be able to do a reaction to like cast this spell because it's not a reaction spell. You'd be able to do a reaction as in like the So what's that?
14.
Use your bardic inspiration.
Use your bardic inspiration.
Okay,
absolutely.
that was 1d6, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 1d6,
and you get to do it even if you have disadvantage. Oh, so good.
So that gets added to the roll.
That is just enough. It's a 16. So yes, I'll give you that. You manage to like throw out the feather fall as Ben's like screaming like, oh no,
I can't die like this.
Yeah.
It's such a useful spell.
You like stop like and you fall to the ground. Like really light there.
It's shaking. Like and crying.
Wonderful. You can no longer see the dragon as it flies overhead. It is 120 feet up in the air and seems to be like on its like looking for where this is. It's now Lillian's go.
Oh, I'm gonna roll some good disadvantage here.
It just fucking lies on the ground and cries.
Try not to cry a lot.
That's it. That's Baird right now. Try not to lay down.
Where
Try not
is
to cry
Baird on the map? I can't see them.
Oh, they were under the dragon. I'll move them. They are now here, crying. Lay down. Try not to cry. Cry a lot.
Yeah, that's the mood we got here.
Baird is not built for adventuring at all.
Welcome to Dragon Fight. Aren't they super fun?
I hate you, Jake.
Chat. What's chat got? There it is. All right. Yep. So What's the go, Kimasabe? What are you doing?
I just want to shoot it. So it's good disadvantage because it's hard to see.
It is impossible to see, actually, because it's...
very nice. I would be shooting in its general hopeful area, if anything.
Mm-hmm. You kind of know where it was, sort of.
Yeah.
And you heard, like, bed screaming pretty consistently. So, yeah, let's go with disadvantage. Let's
Triangulate from the position of the sun and the screaming of the falling ground.
Trajectory.
It will have like...
falling bed.
It basically has full cover on you.
Okay. Hang on. Do I have something for that? One moment. Because I have stupid stuff.
Hilariously, when I was like just quickly Googling like how long does it take to fall in D&D, it was how long does it take to fall in love? And I was like,
Aww.
That's quite cute, isn't it? Absolutely. Target full cover can't be targeted directly by an attack or spell, although some spells can reach such a target by including the area and the effect. So what you could do if you wanted to is move... I'll actually go with 3/4 cover instead. Not full cover because it doesn't have full cover, but 3/4 cover because it's obscured a lot. So it has an extra +5 AC and bonus to dex saves. It's very hard to see him. 3/4 cover. Wow.
Wow.
You can see the vague outline with your incredible sight. You're like,
okay, yeah, don't have anything more. So disadvantage it is.
Mm-hmm.
You did target it as well, didn't you, or whatever it was?
Yeah, it's currently my favorite foe.
Actually, I don't think disadvantage. It doesn't. Oh, you still have a disadvantage from the fear. Did you roll for the fear?
No, I haven't yet.
Please do so.
Okay. Just wisdom, wasn't
it?
Mm-hmm. 11.
Not enough. You are still afraid of this giant flying dragon.
Big oh no.
Honestly, fair. You know, I get it. You know, it's rough.
Rough time.
Yep, but you may now attack it. You still have disadvantage because you're feared. But
yeah, so 18.
18 does not manage to hit.
Okay, we'll give another shot because I've got 2. Unfortunate, still 18.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't manage to hit the second one. All right. Is then Damon Theomene's go. He like looks out behind his little cover area here and is like, does not want, and looks into the mist and is like, and sees possibly the dragon up ahead in the sky and is like, it's still scary. And like tries, like hides again. Like, no. I'm good. I've got this.
Oh, no.
No. Asash, is now your turn.
Cool. This is fine. This is good. This is great.
Do you have any wind attacks?
You know what? No.
Yeah, you know what? Most of us don't have ranged attacks.
I know.
Isn't it my shot?
No. Oh wait, no, it is. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why that happened.
Mine's really easy. I just want Mog's gonna like piss bolt up the stairs to try to get on the roof.
Yeah, Mog.
Okay.
Do it, Mog.
You get upstairs in this house, and you find basically like possibly an attic hatch. It will take you some time to get up there, but you get to the second story. You climb up potentially like a bookcase and then start unhitching the thing, and then you will get out onto the roof the next turn, but you'll still be in mist and fog.
Okay.
Cool. You're inside a house and currently getting out onto the roof. Then it is Bed's go. Bed.
No, it's Asasha's go.
Asasha's go. And so
dang it. Asasha's going to run over and basically like stand right over Bed in a very defensive position because protect the small screaming one.
Uncontrolled. Petting the ground.
What you do in the clan is you look after the baby children. Everyone pulls their weight to look after the infants.
Baird is literally the baby of the group.
I think it's
human age equivalent. Baird is 19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Baird is a child.
All right. Yep.
But otherwise, we're going to go for a held action. We're going to hold
spicy. Yep.
We're going to hold an ice knife spell.
Sounds good. All right, Bed, it's now your turn.
Okay. Well,
roll to cry.
Roll to not cry. Cool. None of my. Actually, you know what? Let's just Eldritch Blast because I can cast that at will, and it's a cantrip, and it's one of my only spells that will reach it.
Yep. Would you like to potentially wait until it comes back down to come and murder you?
I mean, I have an idea of what to do if it does come back into range.
Because Sasha's obviously holding the action, like watching the skies, but you give it a sweet Eldritch Blast.
No, you know what? I will hold it. I will hold my action as well.
Sounds fun.
Wait.
Sounds fun and fresh. Speaking of which, it descends from the sky in an incredible burst of speed and basically free falls for a bit and then lands on the roof, lands on the house right here. With approximately right about there, I would say. Yeah, there's good. Held actions, go.
Cool. So that is Ice Knife for Asash. Which I'm going to cast that at second level because screw this thing.
It's still obviously quite misty, so it is hard to see it, but you have a pretty good idea where it is. But you got the disadvantage.
That sweet disadvantage. That's right. So I'm making a roll for that spell attack. That's plus. This is fine. I'm just going to roll 2d6 plus 6 and take the lower of the 20s. For speed's sake, 16.
16 does not manage to hit.
That's fine.
Wait.
As long as it's in the right direction. Ice Knife whizzes past it and then explodes. So that is 3d6 damage. It needs to make a dex saving throw to take half.
Sounds spicy to me.
Ice Knife, it doesn't matter if it hits.
19 to hit. So 19 to save against.
19, and that is against my... but my spell save's 14, so it saves, which is fine.
Takes half?
Still takes half damage.
I'm just making sure I roll.
Roll your rolls as well, Romy, while we're...
I don't have a roll to roll. It just needs to make a wisdom saving throw against me.
Sounds cash money. What is this particular thing you're doing?
I am casting Fey Presence on it, which is something I can do once per short rest. And if it succeeds...
What does it do?
If it succeeds, it is now... I was going to go with Frightened to get back at it.
It's probably going to use its legendary resistance to succeed instead of fail.
That's rude. That's rude.
It is. It's a rude dragon, yeah.
I was going to make it Charmed.
Which is an effect that dragons can get.
Asash also needs to make a wisdom saving throw because it's every creature within a 10-foot radius. Or within a 10-foot...
Damn, Bad, you're looking good.
Yeah, 10-foot. Well, it works because if Asash is charmed by him, he will protect him.
Very nice.
Baird does not want
it
to get
takes 6 damage from that knife whizzing past it and exploding.
6 damage you does. Nice. All right. And then?
But that's it.
You've got to make a
wisdom save. And then
save.
I'll get you also to do a dex save as well.
Both of us?
Both of you. In fact, Lillian as well.
Oh, God.
19 on the wisdom save.
No, well, you're fine then.
Oh, yes.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I have walked this path before.
Yeah.
And I hated it.
All right. So that was 19 on the wisdom save, and we want a dex save.
Yes, dex save as well.
The DC is 18.
Oh, come on, be lucky.
Oh, did you succeed, Lillian?
Beats.
Yeah, we failed.
Rip, Bad, and Sash.
We're all gonna die.
You guys take 54 acid damage.
Jesus
cool. Baird is dead.
Lillian, you take half.
54 acid damage. All right. Yeah, I'm on to death saves.
Yeah.
Okay. As it finishes up that, what is basically going to happen is this. It is going to devastate Havensburg. At this point, it's possible that you can still defeat this creature, but you will need to spend a lot of your time and energy to protect each other at this point. So there are 2 options we can take here. Number 1, is that we can return next time to try and defeat the dragon. Or, number 2, you can try and your very darndest to get the hell out of Dodge, but Havensburg will fall.
I think at this point, if Mog's seeing this devastation happening, I think it would overwhelm him and he would want to just get everyone out of Havensburg, most importantly than anything else, which would be our group.
Mm-hmm. It is still possible to defeat this creature.
Next time we will have Damon.
Next time you will have Damon.
We'll have more people.
But you got 2 down at the moment, and it's a big dragon.
We can't do it with 2 down.
Okay. Well, I'll put it to a vote. Who would like to stay and fight?
Stay and fight, even if I'm dead.
All right. Women would like to stay and fight, and everyone else, would you like to retreat and let Havensburg maybe fall, but come back to save it once next session?
Regroup. Yeah.
Regrouping sounds good.
Regroup.
All right.
The next episode to really decide so that Trent can
So next session will mostly be around you trying to escape Havensburg and assisting the populace in escaping as well, because this dragon is going to devastate this place looking for something it will not be able to find. In any case, thank you all for joining me once more. I know that's a bit of a dark game to wrap up on. But, that's a dragon fight. It's a scary time.
Even if that had only been even if I had succeeded and done half damage, Beard still would have hit saving throws.
Yeah.
Fun
and fresh.
Is Beard
squishy?
Is Beard onto saving throws, or is Beard like...
There is no massive damage really in D&D 5e. You just go to 0 and then you can do your saving throws after that.
Actually, wait. Just before we wrap out, because I have to use it at least once. Fuck you, I'm not dead.
Yes, you're not dead.
So Asajj will trigger his relentless endurance and end up with 1 HP.
Hey, look.
Single HP.
Maybe you guys could succeed. Huh?
And single HP.
Yep. Well, what it will basically mean in the wrap-up here will mean that you guys will jump out of combat and the dragon will go on to destroy Havensburg. It will mostly ignore all of you, but that is still possible that it will come back. You're not in any way safe at this exact moment because you're in a situation that could just result in all of your deaths. There will be potentially a way to escape, but it'll just be kind of how I kind of manage the game. You could just die. Possible.
Guess I'll just die.
Escape, however, is possible. So we'll leave it for now. We'll come back to the next session and we'll see how we go. But I'll thank, of course, the lovely Macaulay, Roman, Steph, and of course Keegan for their wonderful participation. I think we had a pretty good session. I think it was a lot of fun. Thank you for the chat as well. I hope you guys had fun watching me torment and murder some people. But with that, I think we'll wrap up there. Oh, no. I think we'll wrap up there and we'll see you guys next time for the exciting conclusion of The Demon of Havensburg. And of course,
getting wrecked by a dragon.
Yay!
All right. Let's wave it out, team. Don't forget to join us on the Discord to join us on all the stuff. Hooray!
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.